I can see the light of day again, chat. I had to go deep in the VTuber archives to dust off the dusty books from 2022. My God. Hello, everybody. How are you? What's up? Good morning. Happy Wednesday and welcome to another VTuber review. And, yeah, you know, we got some stuff to talk about today. Chat. As always, we got something to talk about. Good morning, guys. What's up? Oh, yeah, no, like, holy shit, even, like, some of the stuff that used to be there is gone. Like, I spent all morning dusting off the old fucking books, chat. But somebody has to do it. Because we got to talk about something that is, very, very relevant considering they're coming back. That is right. Bunny GIF, a.k.a. Bunny AYU. He's coming back as a VTuber, chat. And I told you guys I'm going to do this very close to the return. We're going to discuss the return to the VTubing space, what that means, if things have changed in your opinion, kind of what happened. I'll give you the story on that. Yeah, literally, the ancient scrolls. I'm VTubing! And now you killed me, chat. Way to go. I was just trying to tell you the news and you killed me. But yes, we are going to be discussing that. I do want to have a good conversation about it, right? Because it's been, you know, quite a while, right? It's been 3.5, almost 4 years now. So it is. Now, most of it came out in 2022, at least what we're going to be talking about.
The Google DOKI Deliverer.
The Google DOKI Deliverer. Lana is the Google DOKI Deliverer on this one. So we're going to look at that today, discuss all that. And of course, also going to be discussing if VTuber had their gifts stolen, chat. That is right, stolen. We're going to talk about some issue. I'm sorry, AWA. Something's going on with AWA concert issues. We're going to talk about a few Google Dokis. We're also going to be talking about 2 NewsTubers today. Now, why are we talking about NewsTubers? Well, allegedly, one NewsTuber is copying another NewsTuber. So we're going to take a look at that, discuss that a little bit. Kind of crazy that we have the drama is about NewsTubers this time. You never want to be the focus of the drama as a NewsTuber, but you know, now you come full circle. So we're going to take a look at that. Yes, Bunny GIF. Does anybody remember? Let me just ask you all, because I know it's been a while. Does anybody here remember the Bunny GIF drama that happened back in 2022? I mean, really, it's not even drama. There's like, it's a controversy, right? There's money involved. There's, you know, bad-mouthing, manipulation, gaslighting. There's a lot of stuff involved in that. So just let me know if you remember it. If you didn't, that's totally fine. I'm going to get you all updated and get you caught up so you can still remember all of it. So, yeah, you know, it's crazy. I used to go to AWA all the time. Like, we would drive up to AWA. And it really sucks, Dusty, to hear bad things about it. Of course, guys, we're also going to be talking a lot about Marvel Rivals today. And I'll tell you why we're going to be talking about Marvel Rivals. Because there's some big news in regards to VTuber and Marvel Rivals. So we're going to discuss that. We're also going to take a look here at what's been going on with DOKI. We have a follow-up to her email situation. So we'll take a look at that. But yeah, a lot of stuff to kind of go back on. Yes, I know Deadpool. He looks so good. A little bit of corporate news, not a lot. I'm mostly going to be focusing on the Bunny AYU story and a couple other things. So, yeah, so a couple of you have heard, some of you have not. I know that is, I don't know, like, when I first started VTubing in August 2021, well, let me see when this document came out again, when Lana made her post. Yeah, Lana made her post March 17th, 2022. So for me, I was still a little baby in the VTuber world. I was so small and I didn't know what I was doing. But yeah, that pretty much is, when I was new, so I was obviously not covering drama. So that whole thing just flew way over my head. Like, I heard of it because I used to see Bunny GIF in the morning. And I remember logging on one day and Bunny GIF was gone. I was like, what the fuck happened to Bunny? And well, now I know they're just gone. So you were less than a full year into VTubing. Yeah, I was like half a year into VTubing. I was this little baby small bean back then, right? 2022 in VTubing was a long ass time ago. That's for sure. Holy shit. I've been going so long, chat. I'm fucking balding in here, dude. Like, I'm going bald. There's only some Google Docs being dropped that happened back then. Yeah. And I'm not even going to be covering all of this stuff, right? Because there was more that came up that somebody kind of tied to it. Baru, or I forget what it was, a Captain Baru. I don't remember. Baru. We're not even going to discuss Baru today, which was another part of that controversy, but not really relevant to what we're going to be discussing. So I'll give you some good stuff to look at. If you really want to like super dive into it, you know, Rima made a fantastic video on it. It's been a while. I think it came out about a year ago. I remember watching it when it came out. Rima came out with a great video on it. So I love Bunny, but it's a damn shame to hear what happened, even though I loved her cosplays for so many years. Yeah, it's really sad, Tony. You know, I think jealousy is it's all consuming sometimes, and that's really sad to see such amazing creators, unfortunately, let things like that get the better of them, right? But you know, this involved a lot of money, chat. You know, $20,000. So it's not just like oh, we'll just sweep it under the rug and forget about it. I think it's, you know, something to discuss, and it's very much like the Cinder situation. Only you can decide if you want to forgive her and, you know, support her new debut, all that kind of stuff. But I feel like you should be informed of what happened and obviously make your own call based off that. So yeah, very crazy stuff. Like I said, if you didn't explain how to like dust off the old VTuber scrolls, you know, I'm like squinting, like, what is this old ancient text? Like, it was a lot to dive back into, but sadly, there is some stuff lost to time, chat. All of these were done through Twitlonger, right? So Twitlonger is not fucking around anymore, right? Unfortunately as well, Lana's videos are private now, so we can't go and look at those either. So maybe that's a good sign. Maybe she forgave her, and they resolved their issues. I'm not sure. We can only guess at this point, but we will certainly see what happened. Yeah, we're gonna get back into the relics. So, what's up, Christopher? How are you? Good morning. What's up, YouTube friends? How are you? Good to see all of you as well. Hope you're doing good. 20K, that's right. Yeah, it was quite a lot. So, now we do, lucky enough, somebody did remind me in Discord that you can just pull up some of the stuff with web archive. So I did go web archive as much as I could. However, most of the really like receipts and nitty gritty are kind of gone, but there is some really good stuff in there as well. We are going to look at some articles, some other videos that we can use to piece together the entire story. But yeah, I got it up for you, and I'll give you the synopsis and all that shit. So I'm doing good, Sonic. I gotta be real, chat. I'm not even gonna front with you. I kind of had a bad day yesterday. I finished stream and I was just I don't know. I was just not doing good, like mentally, you know. So I'm ready to stream though. I'm happy today. I'm feeling better. I woke up in a much better mood. So I'm in an idle while it was a good run. Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. I mean, again, I think it's on you to decide. It's also up to like Lana and people like that. I don't think we know how Lana feels about it. I don't think she's talked about it in literal years. So I hope that things have been made right? And I hope everybody can move on from it, right? But, you know, I don't like to dig up old drama if it's not relevant. But right now, I think it's relevant. So we're going to take a look at it. So, yeah, the Cursed Halo 2 got me really bad. I was just so sad I couldn't play as Master Chief. So, did someone say something mean to you? Nah, my own brain is saying mean things to me. You know how it is. So, when your brain is mean to you, yeah, that's basically what happened. So, I'm good, though. I'm doing better, guys. Don't worry. I'm good. Just, you know, just content creator stuff. You know how it be. So, here's a virtual hug. I appreciate it. The brain gremlins, exactly. So, the hardest part about, I will say this once, and I'll never say it again because it'll always hold true. But being a content creator, the hardest part about being a content creator is honestly your brain worms. Your brain worms are actually the worst part about being a content creator. Literally, like, if you can learn to deal with your brain worms pretty well, you'll be a good content creator, I promise. Yeah, see, Runya gets it, like, that's actually the worst part. Literally, so, if you can overcome your own brain worms, you'll be good. So, that's the hardest part. You might need a meditation session. That's kind of what I did, actually. Like, so I was feeling kind of crappy, and so I went. Normally, what helps me a lot is exercising. So I went and exercised as much as I could. I took some time for myself last night. And just kind of sat there and thought about stuff. So I do agree, meditating is very helpful. Yeah, that's so true. To me explained the mental resilience required for content creation is probably the hardest part that people don't talk about a lot. And then God forbid you become a news tuber, right, Chad? You discuss stuff and people are like,
At the end
all the
of
time.
the day, someone as big as Bunny can do whatever she's going to do.
Very
and
true.
I don't
Very
think
true.
gatekeeping would be successful, even though she's changed at all as a person. It's just
That's a good point.
incredibly frustrating.
Yeah.
Also, much love, Elara. I hope
I appreciate
your
it.
mood improves.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for
I appreciate it.
being
Big what? Big what, Lara? Big what? You mean what do you mean? You can't just leave me like that. What? You can't just leave me with this one big what? Being stupid, being dumb, being smart, being cute, being pretty. What am I being? Lara, please. Like, normally content creation is not physically that taxing, but it's a mental struggle. Yep. Videos not performing, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it all really adds up, and I've been doing this almost 4.5 years now, almost 5 years coming up in August. So, I've been around the river bend, as Pocahontas would say. So, I've seen a lot, and you got to fight against yourself. But a lot has been changing for me, right? I didn't start out doing news. Hell, I didn't even start out doing guides and stuff. So my branding myself has changed a lot over the years. So that's all good. I'm very excited for the future. I mean, you guys don't know, there is a lot going on, chat. So first up, we do have a manager coming on board for the Reacts channel for YouTube. So that's very exciting. I am going to be releasing more shorts in regards to news. So Bunny is going to be taking those over. And Bunny is going to be doing all of my news shorts. So please go check out my news channel. I know it's mostly been just lives, but now I will be pushing out news shorts in regards to kind of the bigger topics. So the ones I find interesting, right? So we will finally get a little bit of stuff. I'm not going to be able to go to do long form again until the subathon is over, but I did at least want to get you guys some content. Yo, what's up, Autumn? How are you? I'm waving at the screen like you can see me, like... Wait till I get 3D, chat. Wait till I get 3D. I just need to get my gloves and I'll be set, but I'll wave at you a lot in 3D. But anyway, a lot of really good things are happening, especially with YouTube. A lot of stuff is, moving forward. So I'm very excited for the future. I'm excited to get you some news kind of content out there, finally, because it's been really hard. But I won't be able to do long form until the subathon is over because I need to pre-record stuff, and I can't. I need to protect my voice. I need to do other stuff. So, and streaming every day is kind of mentally taxing too. So, but we'll get back into the other long form and stuff like that. I'm at a different point in time, but lots of good things are coming this year, Chad. I'm very excited. So, I'll let you know everything as it happens. So, always take care of yourself firsthand. Yeah. Next question. I never put my health first. And that's the problem. And I did a better job this year, I promise. Legend 3D Alara and Ursula's Cable. You guys know, coming up... Actually, wait a second, chat. I can tell you something cool. Coming up, February 28th is my 3D debut, chat. Let's go. February 28th, chat. That's going to be my 3D debut. So... we're locked in, chat. We're locked in. We have a lot of stuff to work on, though. I gotta get my gloves and all that first. So, oh, do y'all remember the trackers from that one girl that went PP like live on stream? I got those trackers now too, or at least they're coming. So we'll give this a shot as well. Yes, that's you. I have to warn you guys, though. I have to warn you guys of something. In my testing, it's been really good, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, chat. I might put away my live 2D model for a really long time because my 3D is just that fucking good. Like, it's really good, chat. I might not do live 2D for a while. Fuck you, Bernie.
6 and 7. 6 and 7.
Actually, fuck you. You went a 6, 7, but how about 8, 9? I hate you. I can't believe it. Yeah, so I might put away my live 2D. We'll see. The 3D is really, really good. So it's looking good. It's looking good. I have a lot of testing to do, a lot of programming to do. But you'll see. You'll see. I got a lot cooking. Like Russian Badger good. I mean, maybe not that good, but it's pretty good. Grab chair tracking. Well, I can't ruin all the surprises, chat, but, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, stay tuned. That's the right word for it, exactly. Stay tuned. 6, 7 took my job. It's a menace to society. It's like J. Jonah Jameson talking about fucking Spider-Man, like, 6, 7 is a menace to society. Get rid of it. Love that. Seriously, you're a remarkable VTuber. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. It's a brainworms, you know. And Merry Christmas. Oh no, I like Bebo's where she's like, last Christmas, I gave you my gap. But the very next day, you Bebo'd away. Oh no, you Phantom taxed it away. Listen to the whole Bebo song. Yeah, Badger uses like a whole ass like mocap suit. He was actually explaining it to somebody about what he used over on Twitter. I should have saved him. I need collabs in the future. Yeah, so go look at my calendar. My February calendar is gonna be coming out pretty soon. So I'll give it all to you then. Yeah, a lot of fun stuff coming up. Cause let's see, next week. Oh, now you're making me pull up my schedule. Oh my god, I can't believe I have to use my eyeballs. What the fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, Badger suit is crazy. Okay, so we have on Saturday we have tea time. On Monday we're gonna do a double stream because we're gonna do me review a Tuffy. Let's see what else. That Friday I'm doing a late night stream. I'm gonna stream really late into the morning, which is gonna be fun because I don't normally do like late night streams, but we're gonna have what's called a sleepover stream. You guys ever have like your friends like over to your house when you were like little and you would like play like a bunch of video games like all night long? That's kind of the vibes for next Friday. So that's going to be fun. And then after that, on the 31st, I think I changed that to Peak. So I think I'm playing Peak with Chunky, Rusu, and Malachi that day. So yeah, it's like a slumber party. Exactly. So I got to get some people together for that, but it's going to be great. Got to pick some games and all that, but it'll be fun. Yeah, I don't normally do like late night streams, so yeah, let's go stay up all night. Let's fucking go. Yeah, no, I'll do stream for Australia, exactly. I'm pumped about it. It'll be fun. I never do stuff like that, so and plus it was kind of a subathon goal, so you know I might owe you a little bit. Yeah, it'll be cozy for sure. Maybe we'll play Halo 3 all night long. I like see Fenari, the cuddly mod VTuber journey. Oh yeah, no, I need to get with Fenari. She's very sweet. I got to know her a little bit more through unfortunately, through the whole Adora drama, but she's very sweet. I want to get to know her a little bit more as well. There's just so many people that I can't talk to all the time because I'm so busy, you know? I got a lot of stuff I gotta catch up on my own too, so many things going on. I've been every day after I get done with stream. I normally work till like maybe 7 o'clock at night. There's always something going on. So, yo, what's up, Riot? How are you? Thank you for the raid, cutie. What's up? Everybody say hi to Riot. Hi, Riot. Hello, Riot King. My name is Lara, the Heavy Metal, and today we are discussing some VTuber news. We're going to be diving into some old controversies, some new controversies, all kinds of other stuff. So, great to have you here. Welcome in, Riot. Hope you're doing good. How was your stream? Yeah, I just like can't keep up with everybody, you know, and I feel bad because I'm like, I want to talk to so many people, but I'm just I got my own shit going on, and like, I don't know, I only have so much social battery, so hell yeah, let's go. I love that somebody was like, I saw in somebody's like thing earlier, it's really funny. They were talking about like how they, how somebody like tagged me in one of their posts. They're like, I just got referred to as the first VTuber drama, and they tagged Elara. I'm really scared. I'm like, oh, don't worry. I'll be gentle. They're like, oh shit, dude, oh shit. 70 friends of mine with solo time, exactly. Like, I'll be gentle, don't worry, it'll be fine. Don't worry, guys. I won't get too hard on you. Maybe we'll see. Nah, dude, they're in a Google document. I don't think we're actually gonna read the whole thing. We're just gonna. I'll let you know what's going on in it a little bit, and you guys can take a look. But I don't know. I don't like to do the whole Google Docs unless it's like just absolutely like something we gotta dive
The
into.
Google Doki Deliverer!
I think I got burned out on a whole year's worth of Google Docs from fucking Cinder's document. So I really don't want to read any more Google Docs. What's up, Farrah? How are you? What's up, Pierre? Good morning. How are you? Hope you doing well. By the way, guys, every time you get milk, we do have a little pop-up stamp thing now. So if you redeem it, it pops up over in the corner over there. So I kind of like it. It's cute. But Google Doc just got here. There's actually 2 Google Docs. We'll look into them. Yeah, I see a little pop-up. It's cute. Yes, 2 Google Docs. But more importantly, of course, we're going to be discussing the bunny gift stuff. Some things going on between 2 blah, blah, blah. Some things going on between 2 news tubers. We got to look at that as well. Google Docs, you got a little bit of Marvel Rivals news, which is really important to be teaming. Of course, some issues going on with some a concert that recently happened. With Cottontail that actually happened at I'm sorry, I said AWA earlier. It was actually ALA. So we have to look at that as well. Really unfortunate. So Cottontail tuning out about that. We'll also talk about something that's going on with DOKI Bird. And a follow up on her email situation as well. So the curse of the Google Doc is stronger than ever, bro. I'm like, please no more. Please no more. I'm just hoping that going into this here, I really hope that we can just leave behind all the Cinder drama. I'm so over it. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. My brain is just fried about it. Like there's certain things I just don't even want to talk about. That I'm like, bro, I'm just over it. I'm so over it, and that is one topic. Yo, what's up, Omni? How are you? Everybody say hi to Omni. Yeah, the PTSD is kicking in, especially. I don't know, certain situations I don't mind covering, but I don't know, dude. I'm just tired of that one, you know? Like, I think we all collectively, as an our army, are just tired of that, you know? Like, please, no 1,000-page talkies. You know what I mean? So, hey, Yomi, what's up? How are you? We're talking about you today. I can't believe it, chap. I can't prove it. But Yomi's in my news today. That's very sussy. I can't believe it. Yomi's in my news today. That's very sussy. I was gonna write a Google Doc in a Lars Boobum. I want to be small, 1-page one. But her chest is so big that it had to be 7 pages wide. You know, Yummy, I was gonna write a Google Doc about how smart you were, and it was gonna be like 1,000 pages. But then I was like, wait, Yummy only has like 2 brain cells, so would it be 2 pages? Yomi is that supposed weird person who saved all those puppies? Yes, that was Yomi. That was you. I love that I can miss Yomi. Yomi doesn't mind. So, yeah, actually, it's okay because I only have 1 brain cell, so you're doing better than I am. Prepare for the 2K Elara Doki. I will very much eagerly await that day so I can just completely ignore it and continue on with my life. Girl, you would expose you could expose my cooch on stream and I would laugh.
You could expose my cooch on stream and I would laugh.
You want me to expose what? That is very serious. I cannot believe that Yomi wants me to expose their cooch on stream. They are trying to get me canceled, chat. They are trying to get me TOS. Oh my god, this is so sad. I don't know why Patrick is trying to lick me. Guys, I need to write a Google Doc immediately. My experience with Yomi. Yomi is trying to get me banned off of twitch.tv/elara. I cannot believe this. Yomi exposed their coach to me. I can't believe this. This is crazy, chat. Oh my god. Literally, chat. This is straight up just Yomi. I've come to make an announcement. Elara's a bitch-ass motherfucker. She pissed on my fucking wife. That's right, she took her hedgehog fucking colite and she pissed on my wife. And then she said my cooch was this big. And I said, that's disgusting. So I'm gonna call and post on my Twitter.com.
Look at this photograph. It's a photo of a
Them fighting words, bro. Them fighting words. Maybe we get an enforced content tag, like when you shut off the pillow thing. That was funny. The cooch situation is insane.
The cooch situation
I can't wait to see that.
is insane.
Please, yes. What is this? What is? Why am I long? Like, what? Oh my god. Guys, I grew a brain finally. I am smart. I am the mega mind. I lied to you, Yummy. My brain has expanded 500 sizes. I'm like the Grinch, but my brain. I have become Mega Laura. That's right. I am so smart. I gathered all of the VTuber brain cells in a spirit bomb-like and dumped it into my brain. Look how fucking smart I am. So smart I can't even finish this sentence. Okay, why is this so fucking cursed, dude? This is honestly how my brain felt reading the Cinder document. Like, I'm pretty sure that my fucking brain just wanted to explode. Ow, that hurts! My brain is tender and large right now. Don't do that to me. Elara's the Star Wars opening text. Okay, you know what's even more cursed?
You didn't drink your milk.
Why should I? I hate it.
You're going to be small and stunted forever if you keep using that stupid excuse! Shut up! I don't have to drink it if I don't wanna!
You know what's even a more cursed, chat? When I get sent to the Shadow Realm. I've been fractured. Nah, I love that effect. There's this person who puts out these like really cool fucking effects, and I just keep downloading them and just adding them into my stuff. I'm like, I'll use it eventually, right? So, fractured reality is real. Okay, but hear me out. Like, it's actual like, what if you did this for like, put yourself in the corner of a screen and did that? That would actually be really fucking cool. You were saying something. Bro, that is actually nuts that you guys got this effect at that time. That's actually nuts. What the fuck is wrong with you? Alright, my loves. If you're ready, you know what to type. And let's fucking do it. However, I do want to discuss starting up is, of course, some Twitch issues that we'll hop down to. Events, graduations, partner celebrations, all that good stuff. I think I'm going to hit it off with corporate news. And then we'll dive into some other stuff as well. So... wow, I can't believe you guys are making me look like... I hate it here. This is so sad. Can we get 5 gifted subs? What the fuck is wrong with you, chat? I hate you. Alright, let's do it, guys. Let's get into it. I can't believe chat is abusing me live on stream. That is so sad. Can we get 500 gifted subs? So, Belfry. You're not supposed to give subs, dude. What do you mean? That was a joke, dude. That was a joke. Bruh. Thank you, Belfry, for the 5 gifted. Give Belfry a big W, please, chat. Yeah, please give Belfry a big W. That's crazy, bro. Chill the fuck out. So first up, chat. I do want to go back and talk about something that we mentioned the other day. So, if you guys remember, we were discussing an issue going on with these Prime sub bot raids. Remember, they were like hitting up a bunch of people, giving them a bunch of Prime subs. Well, allegedly,
Nice argument.
Twitch
However,
made it right.
I have already drawn myself as the whole milk and you the soy milk. Checkmate.
How does that even work? So, of course, we had talked about this where Twitch had said that they made things right, people weren't going to have their accounts affected, etc. Right? So, of course, we checked into with Arena, who actually reached out to Twitch, and their account was compromised. And Twitch did take action. Well, unfortunately, chat, I remember when Twitch told them that the paychecks received to date were not impacted. Yeah, well, that was a fucking lie. And I'm at risk of being banned as I suspected. And my payouts are going to be on hold until they get to my info and lift it. This is why I contacted support last week. So, as you can see, it says your payout has been suspended. And this is all because of those Twitch Amazon Prime subs that they were giving them in multitudes, right? And of course, after that, their information was compromised, and now their payout has been suspended. And of course, because of that, they received another email, right? It says, we're reaching out because we believe that there is a suspicious change to your payout information. We can confirm that your payouts you received to date have not been impacted. This was the one that they got before. So now they're like, hey, guess what? Yep. Now, suspicious activity, payouts here kind of been placed on hold while we investigate this situation. So, as much as I want to say oh, Twitch did the right thing. Yeah, no, they immediately just fucked it up. Which I'm not surprised by this. I'm sad to really say. Yeah, but it definitely is meant to, like Walk said, right? It's meant to create an automated flag for fraud, right? It's got a few people as well. So I'm really hoping the best for Reina here. It's really, really sad that they're having to deal with this. Crazy guys. So I hate that so much. Let's leave them a message, chat. I really hate Twitch this is back and forth with you. I hope they actually resolve it this time. Crazy, chat. Absolutely crazy. It's so sad that we continuously have to deal with the incompetence of Twitch all the time. Now, normally I'd be like, well, it's going to be okay, right? But guess what? Shady TV just got permanently banned after receiving that email. So this is where it gets really scary, right, chat? So you get hit with that stuff, your payout gets suspended, but on top of that, now it is thinking, okay, you're a suspicious account. And in probably a lot of cases, I'm going to take a swing for the fences here. More than likely, Twitch's automated system decides that you should be suspended because of that. And of course, Reina goes on to say the category, subcategory, and detail category they want me to submit my response under aren't even options. So it's just looking really, really grim for them. So guys, if you have a moment, maybe just at Team YouTube, try to support Reina here, but really shitty situation overall. I hate that so much. I wish more people were talking about this issue because this isn't the only person, right? We talked about, 3 or 4 people now that have had this? Insane. Of course, guys, Singh goes on to give us a little bit of a warning, saying, I was raided by this very strange channel called Vietnam Television KSP, which is possibly a bot on Twitch. You can see here, right here is the person, or the channel, and they raided me with a handful of viewers. But when I checked their Twitch, they were also raiding so many other channels at the same time. And coincidentally, I was taken to one of the places they were raiding, and it was another VTuber channel. Best to be safe, but do not engage with her or anything that does her safe. Pass this around to be aware of this channel. So take a look here. Of course, you can see right here that they are raiding out. Siribot is like, hey, guess what? We're raiding out. So this is clearly some kind of bot or scam account. So be careful, guys. Yeah, I would say you might even just want to go ahead and ban this account from coming to your channel, period. So mods, you know what to do. Here you go, mods. Take the swing, mods. Take the swing. There it is. So everybody be careful of that one. And thank you, Saint, for sharing that with all of us. Yeah, we'll go and take the shot. So guys, let's get down to graduations, partner celebrations, debuts, all that good stuff. I'm not sure, Spoonie. no spaces. It's just all one word. Yeah, one word. There was around 100 affected and for whatever reason, some of them got flagged. Even ones that didn't get the Prime subs got flagged because of rapid payment change up. Of course, anything has to do with money, Twitch is going to be protective of, and rightfully so, but it's being exploited at this point, which is sad. So here we have, of course, Burb, VTUBER, who, of course, is a VTuber. Well, unfortunately, guys, they are graduating. Here's that notice. Notice, end of life. All things must come to an end. I'm the person I am today. Thanks, every one of you. Opportunities come my way that I need to take. I'm sorry you can't come with me. My final stream will be January 31st at 10 a.m. PST. Merit Pass Cross Game B. So very, quick and to the point. Vampy says, I'll miss you. Please stay safe. And he says, Burp, no, I'm actually so sad. But sure, this opportunity has to be great. I'll miss you. So, 07 for Burb in the chat, please. In other news as well, guys, looks like Ariel is taking a bit of a break, chat. Ariel tweeting out, update on my health. Things have taken a turn for the not so great. I'm really sorry to hear that. I'm going to be in a small break, not hate it, so I get taken care of. Hope to be back as soon as possible, but it may be a week or more this time. So, look, I'm just going to say this, please put your health first, and never feel bad about doing so. Yeah, I hope she feels better, because that's... As somebody who's had a lot of health issues last year, I know exactly what that's like. By the way, chat, I'm probably going to start leaving comments because I kind of gather all this and I forget to comment and I feel really bad. So, new part of the news chat. I'm probably going to take a moment to leave some tweets here and there. So, just so I remember, because I get all the links, but then I never talk about it. You know what I mean? So the other day I was talking to one of my friends and I was like, oh my God, yeah, I saw that. I'm so sorry you're dealing with that. And they're like, oh, you did? I didn't see you left a comment. I'm like, I didn't leave a comment. I just talked about it. Fuck. I'm trying to be an account that exists. Maybe it already got taken down. That'd be great. Yeah, that'd be awesome if that's the case. So, Ariel, I hope you feel better. I'm really sorry that you're dealing with these health issues. I really hope things improve for you. In other news, guys, we're going to be talking about some rebrands. So first up here is Clavio. Clavio says, big announcement, scary image. TLDR, I'm coming back from break and rebranding. Happy New Year's, John, CEO here. First off, thanks for being patient while I'm on my break the last couple months. I've got a lot of support from you guys behind the scenes. Thank you, means a lot, truly. I'm ready to come back now. I don't want to give you a heads up on what I'll be doing. So this is more of a formal announcement on my 2026 plans, so nobody is blindsided. I mentioned it before in passing, but the big thing is, I'm rebranding. I'm gonna stream mostly the same stuff. I want to change up my streaming approach and style since I've been at it for a couple years, and wanted to do something different now. The next stream I stream will be the new model. Exact date pending, but expect in the next 2 weeks. So, sounds really good. It sounds very exciting. We will certainly see how it goes for them. So wish Clavio all the best, guys. In other news, speaking of rebrands, we also got to check in here with Niren. Niren says rebrand incoming. Chat, would you still love me if I was a shrimp? Potential rebrand incoming. Been thinking of rebranding for a long time, and it's time to embrace who I am. Small, a small ghost shrimp, specifically. So now she really has become the radioactive shrimp. She is the meme. She has become the meme. I love this. I think this is a good fit for her, so I really hope that she goes through with it. So, congratulations to Niren. I'll be looking forward on her debut. Now, guys, I know I recently talked about a hiatus. Well, good news. In case you missed it, Saba is back, guys. Saba actually did a karaoke just yesterday. So Saba is back from their health break. So, of course, go give them some love and support them if you like to. But I know that's big news to a lot of people because, we're kind of waiting on her to come back. She said she was taking a little bit of a break due to health issues. So, very good to see her back. So, as always, Saba W. So, guys, I want to see lots of celebrations and claps as we get in here to celebrate a few partners, chat. First up, guys, is Wild Spice. Wild Spice says, I've been streaming since 2018, and this has been one of my goals. Thank you all so much for supporting me and being there. So congratulations to Wild Spice, my favorite 2 FPS VTuber. Congratulations to Wild Spice on that one. Of course, also we have Weeping Miyu, the Weeping Angel VTuber says, I debuted March 2025. It's been almost a year, and I'm so incredibly honored you guys can come Yoshi and Safe Space. Thank you for supporting me. Blub blub. So congratulations to her. That is amazing. You made the news! Congrats on your partnership. Yay! That's awesome. I love her. She's so cute. I think if I remember correctly, I think I remember her past life as well, and she was always very, very sweet. So of course, give her lots of love. Of course, also we have Osnir, who says, yo, we did it. We got partnered. I want to shout everybody who believed in me. I do it in my heart and my mind. I want to make y'all proud, and that's why I kept grinding. Keep going. There's a long list of people I want to thank, so you better prepare for your DM. So again, big congrats to them on their partnership as well. Yes, I'm copy pasting this message, chat. I'm sorry. I'm too dumb to keep typing. Of course, Echo Finn goes on to say from B Candy, saying Twitch gave me a birthday present last night. I'm now a Twitch partner. Congratulations to you as well. Wait, what? Your account may not be allowed to do this. Oh, okay. That's fine. Of course, finally, we also have, of course, coming from Realistic Wheel, I'm saying, congratulations, you're about to do the Twitch partner program. So, hey, we finally hit Twitch partner on Twitch. It's been a wild ride, ups and downs, so I finally made it. Thank you to everybody who came from the Reddit community. Yeah, guys, there are people on Reddit. VTubers exist on Reddit, I know. Crazy, right? Echo, what do you mean, Echo? I say, I don't think I turned in my Echo, did I? You're talking about this Echo. Echo! I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nah, they're talking about Echo Finn, so go give Echo Finn some love. They seem very, very sweet. Congratulations to them. Like, I'm telling you guys, those goals are hard to hit. Those milestones are really, really rough. So it's a huge accomplishment. So take a moment to celebrate them. Amazing. So yeah, no, I think they're talking about Echo right here. So I was noticing the Echo earlier when I had on my earbuds. Are you talking about when I do this? I don't think there's an Echo. Is there, chat? Yeah, please tell me if there's an Echo before we continue. That'd be really unfortunate. Now we ruined the VOD. No, fuck. Okay, all right. You guys are scaring me. Fuck, dude. Yeah, y'all are scaring me. What the hell? Some of you are like, there's an Echo, and then you're talking about this Echo. Then somebody's like, there's an Echo in my earbuds. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Yeah, you guys are scared. You fucking gaslighters, dude. Anyway, of course, also, guys, let's go take a look here. Camilla actually got a big update from 3V on their face tracking. Looks amazing. I know that we've seen a lot more of the 3D face tracking improvements going on, and that's wonderful to see. I think that sometimes with like bigger VTubers, we kind of like forget about how important like rigging and stuff like that is, right? I know sometimes they're like, what I mean by that is like HoloLive, right? Sometimes HoloLive doesn't really like heavily rig their models, but now we're seeing a lot more of that, and I think it's a good thing because it's better to see their expressions, right? So obviously this is a crazy good looking rig. I think 3D is coming has come a long way in the past year, and now it's really come to a head. It's looking absolutely great. So big congratulations to Camilla. I mean, guys, I even tested my 3D tracking the other day, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, like this is way better than my past model. It's just updates keep getting better. So of course, also, guys, in case you missed it, we had some debuts that we missed. I've always said that, Farah. I've always said that. We have Shumini, who actually ended up debuting back on the 11th, just 3 days ago. Again, if you want to go check out Shimimi, they actually debuted their brand new model, new emotes, like all kinds of stuff. So I sadly missed that one, but you can still go support them if you want to. Yeah, I've always said that 3D is the future of VTubing, especially with Wanada, how far it's gone. It looks amazing. The opportunities that it offers to you is incredible. Of course, guys, also if you missed this, Phyla from VTUBER also needed their new 3D model as well. So looking good. Congratulations to them. And of course, I have a brand new outfit to go with that as well. Looks good. And of course, the biggest debut that we missed was, of course, Mousy chat. Mousy debuted her brand new model. Of course, coming in from Maddie, I illustrated Mousy's brand new model. I like the very soft look on the face on this one. It's very, very cute. But here, I don't know the official name for this one, but obviously it's very carnival inspired. Looks fantastic. Yeah, looks fantastic. So of course here's Rod, the live 2D rigging artist. Says, I'd love to make a showcase to this one. I'm gonna get the time because there's some really cool technical aspects and of course the umbrella is actually amazing. Look at that. This umbrella that beat me up for 14 hours straight. I think it is amazing how it constantly turns like a carousel. That is so fucking cool, dude. The rigging on that must have been nuts because this is turning and they're also moving the umbrella at the same time. Very, very cool trick that they were able to pull off there. Yeah, she's like a Mary Poppins, so of course here's the booby flying animation to go with it. As well, they jump through the hoop there, which is super duper cute. Yeah, very, very nice. Oh, here it is. Sorry, I was looking for it. The hat cage. Very 3D looking as well. Absolutely pulled that off so well. I've never heard of this rigger, but man, they cooked on Iron Mouse's model. Looks incredible. Chat, what would you give it out of 10 with 10 being the best? I mean, for me, like, that's a 10 out of 10, chat. The amazing digital mouse. I love that. Of course, also, she did do a 90s inspired isekai video for her lore. Of course, this is Soso, who was the one that worked on that video. So go check that out over on Iron Mouse's channel. But a very cool video for sure. So, however, chat, I did want to point out something even crazier that happened recently here with Mousy, and that is Mousy is coming to your local Hot Topic. That is right. So Iron Mouse merch is now available at Hot Topic. You can find her shirt online and in stores with a secondary in-store exclusive design launching at the end of January. Guys, we've already seen Mori Calliope have one in Hot Topic as well. Now we have a very like metal-inspired Iron Mouse shirt. This is sick as fuck. So I can't wait. I actually gotta go to box lunch soon, and there's a Hot Topic right next to it. I'll let you guys know if I see it because I gotta pick up one. This is so awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think we've even had like Corona Hot Topic shirts. We've had a few VTubers, so VTubers are definitely becoming more and more mainstream, chat. It's awesome to see, right? It's awesome to see. So big W to Mousy. However, I did want to point out something that was kind of crazy to me. This was like the best place to include this, but you know, the hate for Iron Mouse has been this absolutely force at an all-time high. As you can see here, somebody on TikTok said, can we be serious for a second? Her avatar looks like a fresh out of 4th grade. Bruh. The hate for her is so forced, dude. Like, it's all on TikTok, too. It's all on TikTok. First of all, when they target her fucking, like, song, they call her a bunch of fucking names. Then that person, like, you know, adds a song with all these slurs. Now we have, of course, like, you know, people saying stuff like this. Like, bro, come on, dude. This is clearly an adult. Like, absolutely horrible. So, I give some love to Mousy, guys. She's continuing to absolutely kill it. Yeah, fuck the haters, dude. Just keep killing it and keep making names. That's all that matters. In other news, guys, I do want to talk about some debuts coming up. And first up, guys, is the long-anticipated Anya Nabiz debut. That is right. We finally have a troop. But yeah, exactly. Self-report. We finally have a locked-in date of January 17th. Now, I don't know why, but, you know, every time I see Anya Nabiz, I'm kind of getting, like, this feeling that I want some potassium. You know, maybe a banana. That'd be really yummy, wouldn't it, chat? Sounds really good, right, chat?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
But very anticipated debut that has been a long time coming for someone that we've been waiting on. Had some issues. And we'll see coming up January 17th in just 3 days, chat. So, of course, you know, Anya Nabiz even tweeting out herself, says me out. And here's a bit of a trailer. Let's take a look, chat. I don't get it. That's okay if you don't. Yeah, that's okay if you don't. Absolutely perfect in every way. So, like I said, chat, get super pumped for that. It's going to be very exciting. Other debuts coming up, chat. I'm also going to check in here with Sonic the VTuber. That is right. Sonic the VTuber says a new friend picks up the rank in the next arc of the channel. Welcome Universal Speed to the next level with their VTuber debut coming up the 17th. So, let's take a look, guys. Oh my god. The furry is going to become a double furry. I'm kidding. Welcome to the next level. I know, me too. Me too, Bobby. Their past live I reported on a lot because they were cooking. Yeah, they were cooking. The universe can't handle double furries. Oh my god, they become super furry. That's just clearly a humanoid model.
Here we go. Final boss. Let's go. What the heck was that? Huh? It's probably nothing. You know what? No, wait, what? Huh? Hey! Where's my chili dogs? They did not just come in here and take my food. Sonic! Get back here!
Bro, I kind of want a chili dog. That sounds good as fuck right now. It's like 10 o'clock in the morning and I want a chili dog. What is wrong with me, dude? So there is, of course, upcoming debut for Sonic. Also, guys, we do have to add to this a very, very cool debut coming up here for Miss Jackie. Their debut is coming up actually later today at 5 p.m. EST. Let's take a look.
But it's becoming increasingly obvious. I can deny it no longer. I am small.
That's cute. So, TV debut coming up later today, chat, at 5 p.m. EST. I know, now I'm hungry, bro. Damn it. Oh my god, it's a chili. Well, it's just a hot dog. I'll take it, though. I'll take it. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me right now. Give it to me right now, dude. I need it. Of course, also, guys, we have some other debuts to talk about. Let me pull it up here for you. I need it. Here is Spite. You guys know Spite. She is going to be doing a new model debut for her partner anniversary coming up Saturday, January 17th. Let's take a look here. I think she's going back to her OG-like model design, it kind of sounds like. Yeah, it is. It's her 1.0. That's cool. Nice you. So, of course, go give Spite some love. We love her around here. She's great. Yeah, she's fantastic. One more that I want to mention to you guys here really quick is, of course, coming here from Pupcats, who is actually debuting their full model as well. So let's take a look. Wait, did that say sex demon? Hey, yo. Okay, it did. Okay, so I'm not stupid. I'm like, hey, fucking oh. Oh my god. Seeing old things brought back after good polishing is always fun. Are you talking about Bunny GIF or are you talking about this? A ruthless sex demon, let's go. You know, I kind of love that trope. I'm not gonna lie. That's one of my favorite tropes. That's a good one. So there are all the debuts that are coming up, chat. So hopefully you're getting ready for that. Now, I did want to show you some things that recently happened here. And actually, the Boat Goes Vinted concert went down. You guys missed it, of course, coming here from production. You guys saying thank you to everybody who came out to see Boat Goes Vinted. And of course, here looks like the concert stage. Some very pretty pictures. Here's Obi Katie Cat. This looked to be an awesome time. Oh, holy cables, though. Holy cables. That's scary right there, chat. That's scary. Of course, here's some other pictures somebody took on Reddit. And this looked like a bunch of fun. Here's, of course, Pippa. I believe she was the MC for the event. I had some special, like, merchandise as well. This just looked like a really cool overall event. Yeah, this came out really, really well. I love the custom art. Very, very pretty. So, congratulations to the Boat Goes Vinted event. Looked like a good time. I know, now we just need Gigi will be set, right? She can scream Boat Goes Vinted. Now, some events coming up, guys. First up, Mika is actually doing a charity event coming up that I guys want you to check out. Coming up the 26th and 28th. So, let's listen in.
Hi, my name is Mika P. Girl, and on the 26th of March, 6 p.m. to 6 p.m. the next day on the 27th, CST, I will be doing a charity event. This is a two-part charity event that will also start up again on the 28th at 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. CST. Now, on the first part, we have a Overwatch tournament where signups are still available, by the way. Anyone can sign up, content creator or not. And if you are the winning team, we will donate $100 to a charity of your choosing, along with us supporting and raising awareness for the Starlight Foundation. What is the Starlight Foundation, I hear you asking?
I know that we've raised money for them in the past, so a great, great organization, chat.
If you didn't ask, but I'm going to tell you anyway. The Starlight Foundation aims to help sick kids in the hospital by also providing games, Nintendo Switches, to kind of ease the stress that comes along with being hospitalized, to create a calm and
Holy shit, I just sneezed so loud. I don't know if you guys heard that. I was like, that was like the loudest sneeze I've ever had. Sorry.
Environment. My partner has also been in a situation like this when he was younger, and he says without it, he would have had a horrible time at the hospital. So it really does help.
Yeah, that's
We're
true.
helping sick kids and their families kind of ease the stress a bit. So I would love it if you would stop by on March 26th for the 24-hour event.
Yeah, that's
and
as
stop by
loud as I
again
can do
on
it,
the
Farrah. It's pretty
28th
quiet.
for our 3-hour event, in total marking a 27-hour charity event with very little sleep and very little breaks. I'm working nonstop, and I really would love it if you would stop by. And I want to say thank you for the chance to have this on VTuber News. I will see you all, hopefully, at some point in the future. Thank you. Take
So guys, make sure you go check out Mika Picaro. And go support their charity event coming up very soon. It's for a great cause, so I absolutely want to support that. In other news coming up here from Arena. Arena actually tweeting out from SVP says, "Dream within a dream concert. Wonder what it's like to be the dreamy owl. Soar into different dreams to find out during my birthday concert. Featuring special guests, announcements, and a new song premiering afterwards coming up Saturday, January 17th. And look at all these guests, chat. You know that's going to be a great time. So go check it out. Go give some support. Looks to be a great event. Very nice. So chat, that is all of the events and debuts that I wanted to talk about with you guys really quick. So let's do this. I do want to go through some Corpo VTuber news. However, I want to kick us off with a Corpo story that recently happened. And first up, guys, if this fits you, amazing organization to work with. Sox is actually looking for a personal assistant and an in-house PvMV editor. Of course, you can send your resume to bizdev@soxagency.co if you would like to apply for that. Sox is a great agency. They're very easy to work with. So certainly go check them out. And if that fits your position. Now, why are we talking about Sox? Well, chat, unfortunately, not their socks are not stolen, but unfortunately, one of their talents' gifts were stolen, chat. That is right. So coming here from Sox Agency tweeting out, during off-time, our talent Yomi was generously gifted fan items to a partner booth for transporting to them. These fan items were sent out a few months later to Yomi during the process of them moving. Now, this is not unheard of, right, chat? So for instance, when I did some stuff with Kawa, Kawa held on to stuff and sent it to me. Or I know I worked with another group. They give it to somebody else who sent it. It was just easier, right? But unfortunately, Sox goes on to say, we had a report. Items were stolen after delivery, and we are unable to retrieve them or find out their location. So again, these were delivered, chat, and some really naughty, bad person decided to steal these gifts. Absolutely horrible. I mean, like, imagine that you create a gift, right? Something that you really care about, something that you really love, and it's designated for your Oshi, right? Or a VTuber you care about a lot, right? And you send it to them, and you're hoping to get this very personalized gift, and it's stolen. That sucks. That has to hurt a lot, right? So, so Sox goes on to say what we'll do in the future to prevent this. Any fan items or talents at a convention will only be handed by the SVA staff, or by SVA staff, and shipped by SVA staff in conjunction with talent's cooperation and plan given to talent as to eliminate any chance of any porch pirate activity. Now, you guys gotta understand, this isn't really anybody's fault, right? It's just the porch pirates, and that's what sucks, because once it's gone, once it's delivered, it's out of the hands of the transportation company, right? So this is just a shitty situation all around, and I'm sure it's even shittier for Yomi, and I'm sure it's even shittier for the people that created these gifts or wanted to give a gift as well. So some stinky poo-poo head, exactly. So SVA says we sincerely apologize to the fans who did give Yomi any items that were lost. To compensate for what they would like to link up with them and offer them something from the SVA shop at our cost to apologize. So, man, I just want to say this about Sox. They always go above and beyond, chat, like, because they're like, it's not even their fault, right? But because this even happened in their vicinity, they want to give back and let these people that got their gifts taken, they want to give them a free gift from the SVA shop. I think that's so sweet. So we understand a lot of time and money goes into fan items, and we want to do our best to apologize for this. And again, it's just not their fault at all. But of course, Sox being super based and trying to make things right as best as they can. Yomi goes on to say, thank you to everybody and how this is being handled. Obviously, we're all super sorry what happened with the gifts. We discussed as a team how to make it more efficient and work on getting the items to me in a way I won't miss them. While there really is no one at fault here, I still want to apologize that it got lost. If you send something, please reach out. We'll send you something ASP to make up for it. So, Bro Sox is always getting W's out here. So, and certain gifts, right? Like, you know, if they were to get lost, it could cost a lot of money, right? Like even Ginga. Ginga goes on to say here in our chat right now, like he had something that he decided to, you know, gift, and, you know, we got lost as well. So that just super sucks. Shut the fuck up, Nutty. I'm trying to bring up the other message here. I don't know to imagine. I had that happen to me. I sent a rare Magic the Gathering collector pack and shipped it to my Oceaniran. Someone during my delivery strategically removed the collector's pack and special lands. It sucks, to be honest. I'm really, really sorry that happened, dude. That is really awful. So, you see here even from Ginga, right? It's like $150 to $200. That sucks to have that taken. So, just be careful, guys. I don't know even if you could get a P.O. box. Maybe that would help, but I saw someone said they sent Pokemon cards too, what suck, yeah. I mean, even going to looking, right? Like, Bobby says, like, porch pirates absolutely suck the life out of things. Well, time to call for security. I'm curious when I receive the fan items to send. Do the talents you all scan them for any hazardous items? Fox kind of talks about their policy. I mean, like, Guys, when I get stuff in my P.O. box, we break it down there because we're worried about that kind of stuff, right? It sucks. It sucks, right? So I highly recommend doing a hold at location with any courier. That's a good idea. It's actually so sad. I really hate thieves. It's really shitty that somebody is ruining this wonderful experience for other people, right? You just want to give a gift. You want to be a kind person, and somebody just has to fuck it up. So I do recommend P.O. boxes. I've never had issues receiving gifts in the past, even though I don't do that anymore. I haven't had any issues, so I would recommend that. So super base to socks. I'm really sorry that happened. It just looked like ultimately things are being dealt with in the most positive way possible. So another news, guys. Let's go skip up here to Ninja Sanji really quick. And yes, I only have a little bit of Ninja Sanji news, so you don't lose your minds or anything, chat. So coming here from Ninja Sanji, the VTuber Academy audition applications are now open. So it's been a while since the VTuber Academy really did anything. But with the Virtual Talent Academy, of course, they're kind of like this development project. They often take in people that are underage even and work them towards becoming like full-time like VTubers, right? There's been some successes. There's also been some not great things about it. We've had a lot of people leave it as well, but there are opening auditions. So I'll keep my eyes peeled on the Virtual Talent Academy and see what goes on with it. So, I mean, I think it's okay because it's mostly overseas, right? There are different laws involved with that, but I don't feel like anything good ever really came out of it. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. So, another news as well, guys. Let's go check in here with HoloLive. And first up, guys, Sora actually dropping some big news here, talking about their 9th anniversary party going down at the Pia Arena coming up later this year, November 7th. I mean, guys, look, Sora has been around probably one of the longest standing HoloLive members. I'm not surprised that they're getting another live going on. This is really exciting. So let's take a look. 9th anniversary, chat. I mean, that's crazy, dude. 9 years of VTubing. Just think about that, you know? And you guys know HoloLive's been really cooking a lot with these concerts as well. They've been having lives for so many people, right? Luna, Sora, any big artist you can imagine. Hallie has been getting these huge solo lives. And they've been going really well, too. I mean, tickets have been sold out. So, HoloLive's cooking, guys, as always. 9 years. Wow. Yeah, exactly. Size 7. Which, again, like, with the Virtual Talent Academy, I'm like, I don't know, nothing really good ever came out of it. So I'm just kind of like, whatever about it. But, I mean, it's a cool idea, right? It's a cool idea to get people started early, to get them into VTubing. However, I feel like just in general VTubing, in my opinion, I think VTubing is a very adult-centric space. Maybe it's a little bit different overseas, but as far as Westerners, I really think it's an adult-centric space. So you have to be really careful introducing minors. Even if they aren't an internship level stuff for VTubing, you have to be careful of that, right? So is I'm as old as VTuber? No, not even close. I mean, Kazuna Ai is really given the moniker of the mother of VTubers, but there have been other people that have done VTubing before that as well. But even like, I'll ask you a question, right? Do you consider PNG tubers to be VTubers, chat? Yes or no? Yeah, the internet in general is just adult-centric. That's a good, you're absolutely right. Yeah, great statement. You consider PNG tubers. Okay, so if that's the case, chat, then is the annoying orange the first VTuber? Or is Matt Pat the first VTuber? Like, you know what I mean? Because Matt Pat is this little PNG that he used a lot. So, I mean, does that count? Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of hair splitting on that, but pretty much Kazuna Ai is considered the mother of VTubers. So, yeah, think about that, chat. Think about that. Oh my god. I can't believe Matt Pat graduated. That's crazy. It counts, bro. It counts. That's so funny. You have gold chip as well. Speaking of crazy, guys, let's also check in here with Narissa Ravencroft, who tweeted out a very familiar picture from K-pop Demon Hunters, giving us a little bit of a teaser of what is to come. Well, looks like, guys, that we have Narissa giving us what we've been asking for is a cover of your idol from K-pop Demon Hunters with Mori Calliope, Crony, and the Fumoko Girlies, dropping at midnight on the 17th. This is going to be an insane cover. I'm so excited. Get pumped. Very, very cool. You know, there's somebody else that even was doing 3D long before that. Dude, Crony, Narissa, this is a goated lineup, dude. This is going to be great. Yeah, so get excited. K-pop Demon Hunters has been popping the fuck off. And of course, chat, we got to tune in for the latest hologram. This one, of course, is called Not Quite My Tempo. So let's take a look. I always love my hologram time.
はよドリムリてよな。音ゲも遊べるし。自分でも譜面作れるらしいし、ショルと画面からレーザー出るし。こんなゲーム世界中に配信したら大変なことになるんじゃ。めっちゃウケないんですか。夢は消えねえよ。魂に刻まれてっから。スマホからゲームが犯罪集団になっちまう。自家対策が奪われなきゃ犯罪じゃないポコ。どうしてゴミがボコボコしてるの。お前の顔だってデカデカと映ってんだぞ。
You know, that is very true. You do have to have a witness for it to be a crime. Bro, all holograms are like this. They're so fast-paced. Wait a second. Hold on. Oh my god, chat. She stole those from Maxor's video. The RGB swords. Holy shit. Is that a Maxor reference? That's me. I can't believe it, chat. I can't believe Maxor got referenced. But that looks like the Super Smash Bros. Lineup. I always love holograms. They're so fun. So, very good stuff. And now, chat, where do I want to go from here? Okay, all right, we're going to skip down to talk about ALA. We'll finish our Corpo news, and then we'll talk about some other big stories. So, let's discuss ALA. And unfortunately, guys, at ALA, there was quite some concert issues. Wait, when the fuck did Cottontail start following me? What the fuck? Did I miss that? Let's go, W! We take those! Alright, I didn't even know Cottontail followed me. Big W. Anyway, so, Cottontail tweeting out here, I'm so sad my set list got cut short at ALA. I really wanted to sing for you. I'm so sorry for the inconvenience. Thank you so much for coming out to see us perform tonight regardless. And of course, the man meme right here from Cotton. Now, normally, guys, I will tell you, as somebody who has been very involved with concerts in the past, even behind the scenes and stuff like that, sometimes people get involved, like fire marshals, things like that, right? And here we have a Sprite who says we had an early due to cut off from the fire marshal. Feels Batman was crushed as well. So there's two things to consider, right? Crowding and, of course, noise ordinance. So if it is past a certain time, they will cut it due to noise ordinance. Or, of course, if the crowding is too insane, the fire marshal might step in and cut stuff short, right? So, you know, I hear this, right? And I'm like, well, is that exactly what happened? Well, that tweet's gone, but we can look at some other tweets here. Okay, apparently all of these tweets are just gone now. Like, just straight up just gone. Yeah, no, that's it, chat. That's it. Well, what I will tell you was in these tweets, where a lot of them were basically, they were just like, hey, you know, we thought a lot of blame fell on the venue for not doing things right. But since these are deleted, I'm going to assume that they actually ended up talking to these people and were able to resolve everything behind closed doors. So it is really sad, unfortunately, when your set list gets cut early. Like I said, these tweets were more about like, hey, you know, we feel like we got done wrong, but obviously the fire marshal is stepping in. It's probably pretty serious, right? It sucked to have your that cut short, but that might not have been the venue's problem. You know what I mean? Yeah, that might not have been exactly the venue's problem. Now, maybe the venue did fuck up. Obviously, that was what these tweets are going to look at, but they're not up there anymore. So what I will do is I will follow up with you guys about that on Sunday, or at least let you know if I find out anything additional. But as of right now, chat, that's where I'm going to leave the news on this one. So, I mean, if they took it down, there's probably a good reason. So, well, if that's the case, let's talk about Marvel Rivals, chat. And why are we talking about Marvel Rivals? Well, Marvel Rivals recently released the newest character into the game, Deadpool. That is right. This has been a much anticipated character who is actually really cool. He can switch off between all three roles. He can be a Vanguard strategist or duelist. He levels up like an RPG. You can change his abilities by leveling them up. He's a really cool and in-depth character. So anyway, listen to this trailer for just a moment. Yeah, very much anticipated character.
It's Deadpool's turn to shine.
Pew, 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 pew. Ah.
His ultimate is actually hilarious.
Heads up, losers! A game within a game.
I love his ultimate because, like, he puts it on you, and if you miss shots, you take more damage, so he just makes fun of you for being shitty. It's really funny.
Pictures. In your face, goodbye! I'll take my paycheck now.
So, I'm not going to get too in-depth on the trailer because you guys know I like Marvel Rivals, but I'm not going to get too crazy into it, right? That's not what we're here for. But I love that you asked that, Crimson. Oh, did they get Ryan Reynolds to do his voice lines? Well, no. They actually did not get Ryan Reynolds to do his voice lines, and that's what we're talking about today. Marvel Rivals turning out, voiced by Kagi Films. They're so happy and honored for him to bring Deadpool to life. Thank you for capturing all the chaos and energy so perfectly. Well, who is Kagi Films, chat? Who the fuck is that? Well, guys, that is Alejandro. That is right, Alejandro Sab. And he says, oh, you guys meant this thing, right? Well, that is right. Alejandro is the one that is voicing Deadpool. And you might better know Alejandro as Sayu. That is right. Sayu tweeting out a big smiley face. Bro, that is fucking amazing. VTubers in Marvel Rivals. You love to see that shit. You love to see it. So, if this is news to you, it's not like it's a hidden information, but Alejandro is Sayu. And of course, Sayu does a lot of amazing voice acting. And now he is in Marvel Rivals as well. Congratulations to him. That is absolutely insane. Yeah, listen back on the clip.
Better stop that vehicle!
Ha! You really said it. It's a pool party. Oh, look at all the winner wins.
There it is, chat. Of course, Sayu is actually a Deadpool. I think it's amazing. So, like, think of that opportunity, chat, for voicing for anything Marvel's related, right? That is a huge, huge milestone in your career. So big congratulations to Sayu on that. Amazing, amazing stuff. That's incredible. I love that so much. It's a big deal, chat. Big, big deal. In other news, guys, I do want to mention to you some stuff going on in the corporate world. So first up, let's go check in here with Lucid. I'm going to delete some tabs here really quick first. Who would Amelie voice if she was to do that? So first up, guys, is coming in from Lucid, saying a message from her CEO in the launch of a new project. So let's see what's going on with Lucid. Today, I'm excited to launch a passion project of mine. Ever since I was in law school, I participated in legal aid clinics. These clinics are designed to provide legal help to people who don't have the resources to afford a lawyer. That's awesome. Well, looks like Lucid is going to be replicating that concept for the VTuber community with their very own VTuber content clinic. If you're indeed looking for direction, guidance, support, or have been struggling with that one thing, this is for you. Spots are limited, but my goal is to expand this program in the future so we can help more people. This is actually really awesome. We'll be hosting several of these in 2026. If you're not selected this round, please apply again. Applications are open starting when this was posted, and will close on January 30th, we'll contact people who've been accepted on or before February 5th to schedule a support session. And of course, I appreciate everybody's support and hope this is able to provide a benefit to the VTubing community. With gratitude, Duran, the CEO of Lucid. I gotta say, guys, I've worked with Lucid. Fantastic. They're amazing. This is a huge W. So if you need some extra help, chat, make sure that you go ahead and get in there and apply for it. So yeah, I can see that too, Silva, because she does the one that one character in the one where the guy goes down into the pit and he like gets his arm chopped off, and then he gets the elixir and he comes back super badass, and then they get he gets her and she's like a bunny. I can't remember the name of the anime. Anyway, she voices like a very high pitch bunny character, so that would actually be perfect. Actually, I could see that, Silva. That'd be a good suggestion. Tell Marvel. Tell Marvel. Now, we haven't talked about it yet, Mango. Another news as well, guys. Palette Project has actually been transferred from Brave Group to jig.jp. I'm not going to look at the whole announcement here. So just kind of like a movement across borders, but that's kind of it. So nothing really crazy to report here, just some internal changes. Now, if you are looking for a manager, well, look no further, guys, than AYU's management. The doors are officially open. AYU is now officially accepting applications for VTuber talent management. We're looking for driven creators ready to scale their brands and build Arfaretta, that's it. Thank you so much, Akira. I can never remember the name of it. Arfaretta. He plays a character in that. That would be perfect for, like somebody said, be perfect for Shadowcat. I could definitely see that. But anyway, guys, if you're looking for somebody, AYU is offering up their management, and of course, you don't have to apply for it, but a great company. I know that Neko Mickey works in them. I have nothing to say but amazing things about how awesome they are. So you go check them out if you want to, chat. Very, very nice. In other news, guys, unfortunately, here comes the end of V-Lash. That is right, guys. If you don't know who V-Lash is, they're a VTuber project. Well, they are done, unfortunately. So let's go take a look at what happened with V-Lash, chat. So coming here, of course, let me open this up. So it says, notice regarding the end of the V-Lash project and its members. Thank you very much for your continued support of the VTuber project of V-Lash. As of today, January 13th, the VTuber project will be terminated and disbanded. We would like to sincerely apologize to all the fans who warmly watched us and all the people involved who supported us for over this time up to the Sun announcement. Since our launch in 2023, our affiliated talent management team have been working hard to deliver even better content, considering the recent changes in the activity environment and respecting the individuality of each member. We decided to move on to the next stage beyond the framework of the project. So, guys, look, things have changed so much in the VTuber space. It's okay if people want to disband these projects and everybody go their own ways. I think at a certain point, just you have to understand, VTuber agencies aren't really the thing anymore. It's gonna be a lot more about VTuber groups, right? I think that is gonna be the future of VTubing and how people are really gonna support themselves and blow up a little bit more. So obviously there's exceptions like HoloLive, right? But looking at what's happened in the past 2025 with VShojo, I think that my statement is more prevalent than ever, right? So anyway, for this announcement, the licenses for Derivative Works will end. Additionally, the license management server will also be shut down starting today. So I wish all those talents the best. It's hard to make money as an agency. I remember one time, chat, I actually did an exercise with all of you where I showed you all a fake agency, right? Like, and we did the numbers and how hard it would be to financially sustain yourself, right? It's tough. It's really, really tough, guys. So I do also want to look here at what's going on with iRise, not Arise. iRise. So iRise, of course, tuning out. We'd like to extend our sincere appreciation to all fans who've shown their love and support for iRise. Following extensive discussions amongst the members, we hereby announce that Loon, Shauna, and Zero have concluded their official activities as member of iRise. We sincerely thank the 3 members for their contributions. Going forward, iRice will continue its activities as a duo consisting of Kiri and Tiz. And that's it. So it looks like some people are leaving, and it's only going to be a duo at iRice. So, hey, changes happen, and that's okay, guys. That's quite okay. Now, I did mention this to you, I believe it was Sunday, but this was kind of like, what I gave you Sunday was a teaser, right? Well, this did actually happen now. Neoporte is actually opening up VTuber auditions. So, Neoporte has been growing quite a lot in the past year. So, if you're interested in that, certainly go check it out. They are a Japanese-driven brand, but they certainly have been cooking these past couple months, I will admit. So, very cool company if you want to go check them out. Speaking of auditions, chat, Chroma Shift is actually opening auditions. We're very excited to announce the auditions for the next unit of Chroma Shift are officially open. There's no such thing as too small. If you're interested, then we are interested. Show us who you are. So, if you want to check that out, chat. I mean, we don't like people like Ricky Poppet are part of this company as well. Yina as well. So, might be a good fit for you, right? Alien Mixer says, can I pull a Hannah Montana? Millie says, how long are auditions open? And will a new IP be provided? Or can we bring our own? But they did say for IPs, currently these are just open auditions. We'll look for the right people. And we figure out the model persona situation later. So there may be the potential to keep your own model. That would be really, really cool. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, I'm very surprised by this too, considering they just like restructured. But hey, I mean, if it's working, it's working. So another news as well, guys. Of course, Bond Life is actually opening up stuff with Irium again. So they have concluded an agreement with Irium to accelerate their business, and we'll start auditions today. And we plan to have Irium streamers to debut around this fall. Now, we'll remind you guys, a lot of people have left Irium and Bond Life over the past year. It doesn't look like Bond Life has been able to keep all of their talents on board. So just keep that in mind if you do want to audition. I know we talked a lot about Irium and Bond Life stuff not really going that well for certain people. So, I mean, maybe it's a fit for you. I'm not going to say it's not, but, you know, just keep that in mind. Sometimes history repeats itself, right? Of course, guys, also V-Fleet has announced their brand new wave. Let's take a look. Literally, their brand new wave. It's right here, chat. Yeah, get it? Wave?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Hey, thank you for the follow. What's up? So it looks like this new group is going to be named Libertas. So get excited for that, guys. And of course, here are the talents. Kid, Yorkie, Skylar, Texa, and Desiree. So let's get excited for that. And of course, I'll let you know when everything is going down. I don't want to be banned. I'll let you know when all of this is going down, chat, in the future. So pretty cool. So guys, I gotta give you your favorite section. Are you guys ready? The Google Doki section. Now, I don't want to tell you all, I'm not gonna be covering these Google Dokis, but I'm gonna let you know they exist. So first up, guys, is coming from Misu, who's actually put together a grand list of everything that has gone on with Ghost Stars. Now, you guys remember we covered Ghost Stars a few months back. And this document is pretty nuts. I mean, here are all their alts. Here are all of their accounts. Here is literally every single document, DM, all about this person. So consider this the grand list of things that is proof against Ghost Stars. Of course, also VTuber Blacklist, making something about Ghost Stars as well. You know, harassment, preying on women, threats, you know, using models without paying for them, stealing, stuff like that. The list goes on and on, right? So certainly go check this document out if you like. I will hold on to the link. Let me know if you want it. I'm happy to give it to you, but just watch out for this person. We've already covered them once, but this list is just extremely damning, right? All of the proof in one place. And kudos to them for actually putting all that together, because that's a lot of work. Of course, also, guys, we got to check in here with Magnus Moth, who would put out a Google Doki as well. That was a warning against Dang Yule Park. So, you know, kind of TLDR. Daniel Park is a money-fixated artist who's proven to be duplicitous and predatory towards her clients. I had an awful experience commissioning him, and afterwards, many people, some of them being my friends, clients, or other people observing from a distance, come forward to me about negative experiences they had with them as well. So, again, I will encourage you to read this on your own. I'm not going to say which way it leans because I don't know. Obviously, there's a section here called the racism, so, you know, that it's not looking really good, right? It's really in a very bad light for this particular person getting called out, but I encourage you to check it out. And again, if you want that link, just give me an ask. I'm more than happy to give it to you, okay? The Google Doki Deliverer. So now that we have gotten through the Google Doki section chat, I want to discuss something recently that has happened with NewsTubers. Now, chat, it's not very often that we talk about NewsTubers on the new stream. You know, NewsTubers don't ever really want to be the focus of drama, right? That's never something you want to see. Well, unfortunately, guys, there has been a bit of a disagreement going on here between Kazahana and Salvi. Now, you guys know, I know Kazahana, interacted with Kazahana a lot. I know Salvi, I've even had Salvi on my channel before. Well, we need to take a look at what's going on. And I gotta tell you guys, I actually really want your opinion on this one because I gotta tell you, I'm a little on the fence on certain parts of it. But there is a history to be discussed that I think that is important for the overall narrative in this story. So let's go back. Let's go back to the past and discuss what happened a while ago. So if you guys don't know, this is Salvi, Mad Salvi, the Squirrel VTuber. They do a lot of VTuber news as well on their channel. They upload pretty much daily. They're very, very active, right? So back in March of 2024, Lydia, yes, Lydia Nekozawa, you know that Lydia, who is on her channel quite often, actually released a document about Salvi. And in this document, she went on to accuse Salvi of basically stealing her content, copying her content, etc. Right? So Salvi responded to this saying Lydia Nekozawa is blaming me for copying her and using me blocking her as proof that I'm guilty. This is just evil and disgusting turn of events. Timestamps don't like Lydia. They don't lie. So, again, a disagreement between Lydia and Salvi about what was going on. She alleged that he was stealing content or copying content, etc. Now, why did I bring this up, chat? I think it's important for the overall narrative because Lydia has alleged that this has happened, right? So just keep that in mind as we discuss what's going on. Well, recently, guys, Asahana made a video, and Asahana actually goes on to allege something very, very similar. So I want to go look at his video, and I want to see what you guys think of this. Is it plagiarism? Is it copying? Is it sussy? What do you guys think of all this? Now, here's what I'm going to say. Before we start, I want to preface this really quickly. When a source is out in the public, right, it's totally okay to use that for whatever, right? If it's a public source, you can use that however you want. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that we get to a point where certain things maybe get to be like, you know the Fry GIF where he's just like, and he's like squinting? It's kind of more like that, right? Where it's like, okay, if enough things kind of coincide and enough things line up, it might seem a little sussy, right? So, again, guys, as NewsTubers, we all cover a lot of the same topics, right? I'm sure that Kazahana and I cover a lot of the same topics. I mean, even looking at this, right? I covered the Kizuna I've covered Neurosama stuff. I've covered the, Iron Mouse and Murkai stuff. So we cover similar things, right? That's okay. It's okay to cover the same stuff. But is there a line that can be crossed, right? Are you supposed to give the person credit for using their slips or content for your news? Or there's a link and so on? Crimson, I'll tell you this. I don't think so, but I will say this. To act in good faith, I think that it's a good idea to say, hey, so I got this from XYZ. Shout out to them. Go give them a follow or something, right? Like, just give them a little love, right? People work just as hard to find information as everybody else, right? So, anyway, let's go take a look at this video. Let's see what Kazahana is saying. And of course, I want to hear what you guys think. And of course, we'll look at what Salvi had to say as well. So, here we go. You ever covered the VTuber warned her fans of a copycat scamming her fans? I don't think so, Retro Ram. I don't think I saw that. If you want to put in my Discord, though, feel free.
Okay, so this is slightly different from my usual kind of video. Now, obviously, as you guys know, I've been covering a lot of VTuber news and drama over on this channel, which has been a really great time. I've had such a blast covering it all, kind of giving you guys the information, and also just building a community in general. This is a lot of you guys that are coming back, obviously interacting with community posts and stuff, and also pointing out that I'm a secret swarm member, which has been really fun. You know, it's been a really good time.
He's not retiring or anything. It's just like this video was more like showing the similarities, right?
You know, continue and plan to continue, making this content. And yeah, obviously, I can't wait to see what actually happens in the future. And yeah, what's the future of my content, essentially. But,
you know, I see a lot of people hate on Kasana, but I'm going to be honest. I've watched a few of his videos. I mean, he does good research. He really does. Like, I think he spotted things that I missed. You know what I mean? So,
I wanted to talk about something that I've noticed recently, which has kind of been bugging me for a little bit, but a couple of videos have actually surfaced that kind of just sent me over the edge in terms of, you know, wanting to talk about this and actually being honest with you guys about what has really been going on. Because,
I mean, if you don't like his stuff, that's fine, empty-headed. I mean, I'm not really here to comment on his content or like break down his like what he's doing on his channel. I'm just here to talk about what's going on between the news tubers. So if you feel that way, cool, that's fine. Like, you know, whatever. I don't really have a comment. In the videos that I've seen, he's done a fair bit of research, right? You know what I mean? Like, if you don't like his thumbnails, whatever. I'm not really here to talk about that, though. I'm gonna be real.
Recently, you know, obviously I've made a lot of connections in the VTuber news space with a lot of VTuber news creators and stuff. You know, I've made many friends, and I've also made friends with a lot of VTubers in general too. And, you know, I'm very aware of a lot of the VTuber news channels out there that also cover similar stuff to me, right? And there's always going to be this crossover, but I think it becomes a little bit too far whenever it, you know, becomes extremely obvious that you are trying to copy someone else or take a heavy amount of inspiration from someone.
And that's very true, right? There's going to be crossover. Like, I don't think there was a moment where when Shy Lily like responded to stuff, right? I don't think there was a moment that everybody wasn't talking about that, or like Selling Gate, or like Cinder, right? Like, everybody was talking about that, and that's okay, right? There's going to be crossovers. So, however, in a case, sometimes it does get a little sussy, right? So we just have to look at it. You know what I mean?
Someone else. Now, you guys have probably seen this channel before. It's a channel called Salvi. Now, again, you know, I'm sure, obviously, you know, VTuber news channels, we cover, you know, things that are crossing over all the time. There's really big topics. For example, like the Cinder topic, right? You remember whenever that happened? And obviously I was covering it, you know, so many other people were covering it. So many people that weren't even in the VTuber space were covering it, right? And of course, there was going to be all of those big topics of the day, which are going to be the big thing that...
The one thing I will say about Kazana is he's on it, you know? Like, I mean, he's fucking on it.
People are going to be covering.
I only look like every 2 or 3 days. I can't.
Make my own videos in terms of doing research and in terms of actually kind of creating my own ideas, or you know, maybe rage baiting someone on Twitter and kind of making a funny video about it or whatever. And you guys seem to really enjoy that. And
well, I mean, I don't take any offense to that, Mingo, because I only do live streams right now. I do shorts, but I don't make videos like he does. So I don't even blame anybody for being like, I want to go watch his videos for news, because he makes them every single day. Like, I only cover news, VTuber news, like twice a week. So I don't blame you. I'm not even like upset by that.
I really enjoy making that content too, because sometimes news can be a little bit down, right? And I've noticed with Salvi here, they seem to be obviously having a lot of the same topics, especially the ones that obviously I have also been covering. And this newest video on the IML Says Haters Backlash one, this one right here, 2 hours ago, it was the one that kind of just made me think, okay, like, what is going on here? And we're going to go into all of the kind of details, because if you don't know, I made a video recently about the whole Rakai situation. I made it today, actually. Well, yesterday, I guess, because it is like 1 o'clock in the morning. But obviously, yeah, I made this today, and we talked about a lot of the Rakai fans essentially, you know, being, you know, kind of, I guess, upset at the fact that people were making fun of his feelings and stuff, which obviously is the complete same thing that they were doing to Iron Mouse. And that was my whole topic.
Yeah, we talked about that too. I noticed there's been like a mutual respect amongst newstubers covering the people who do it. That's really cool. I will say that, Mango, that is one of my favorite things about newstubing. There are a lot of us that do communicate with each other, right? There is a mutual respect. And even sometimes I've had people reach out to me. They're like, hey, did you see this? Or, oh my God, are you going to talk about this? What do you think about it, right? Like, I love that dialogue that I have with certain people about news because we all benefit from talking with each other, right? And I love that so much. Obviously, there's other people that, you know, are more like on the maybe like drama or like, you know, Twitter frog-like side of it, right? That we don't converse with. But yeah, I agree. Like, it is a really nice thing, right?
I went through a lot of my own Twitter threads, like literally you can see here in the Chrome tabs, I got Iron Mouse's page open obviously, and then I got 2 of my tweets and then the original Yoxix tweet there, which was, you know, pretty much all the content I needed, and obviously I talked about it, you guys really enjoyed it, it's on like, what, 11k
yeah,
likes?
Some.
12K,
Yeah, exactly.
12K views, sorry.
Some.
So again, thank you for a lot of the kind of support on that.
I mean, like, I'll say something now really quickly that I think is important, right, chat? And I think a lot of people will take this as a hot take, but you know what? I think that news tubing is actually really important for our space because there aren't a lot of times where, yes, we're talking about serious topics, but we're doing it in good faith, right? We're having a discussion with our communities and we're talking about this, or creating a space where you feel comfortable to discuss it with me and everybody else around you. And that's the space that I love, right? Sadly, there's this, you know, there's definitely like a stigma of, newspaper drama, blah, 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 blah. Like, people don't realize that there's a lot of nuance to that, because just because you cover stuff doesn't mean it's a bad faith. We're using it to educate, to share information about even bad actors, or uplift good people too. So there are good things that come out of covering news, chat. And it's really sad that a lot of people just don't want to acknowledge that, right? Because we work hard too. You know what I mean? Like, I wake up 3 hours before I go live to get my news together every single time, you know what I mean? Sharing information is good. And sadly, I just think that there are people that do it in good faith, but other people take the 1% of people who don't, or rage bait, or, you know, are doing whatever on Twitter, and because of that, it's tarnished a lot of the VTuber news, like, as a name, right? And that sucks. It really sucks. I hate that because I love what I do, you know?
But then obviously I saw, you know, I say haters exposed after Rakai clip backfires, and obviously then he uploads his video saying Iron Mouse haters backlash. And then I took a look at this, right? And I was like, okay, that's interesting, because again, obviously it's my Twitter page, right? Surely he's just covering my Twitter, you know, post and everything like that, and maybe he's just covering what I said. Sure, that's totally fine, right? But that hasn't been the case. This video, obviously, as you guys can see, throughout the video,
yeah, exactly, like doing like
Rakai clip here,
being inaccurate or half-assed. I agree with you. And I'll be honest, empty at it. There's been times where I miss something, right? Or I don't do it 100%, or whatever, right? But I will always try to make it right in the next report or follow up or whatever, right? Like, I'm not perfect. It's impossible to get every bit of information all the time. But at least you guys know you can send me anything at any point and I'll look at it if it's pertinent, right? Anyway, back to the video though. I'm sorry to get off topic, but so he's showing here how Salvi showed one of his tweets in his video, but it kind of didn't seem like he gave him credit, which, I mean, to be honest, I guess that's not really like the biggest deal in the world, right? But it's just kind of like, okay, well, put that in a notepad as a bullet point,
and
right?
Then obviously he gets on to some of the replies on my tweet. But what you'll find very, very, you know, interesting is that he never covers the original tweet that I made. The one that I talk about saying Iron Mouse is still being childish, and also the follow-up one where essentially I talk about it even further, saying how the tables have turned. Both of those, right? I covered the Rakai situation, and it's very, very vital in you know, terms of the context as to what people are kind of, I guess, you know, getting mad about and why people were hating on my own post. But instead, he decides to look through, you know, a lot of the replies on my post. And as you can see, it's my post here because my name is...
In this kind of situation, chat, the right thing to do, like if I'm Salvi, I'm going to be like, I'm going to look at the tweet, right? And I'm going to be like, oh, blah, 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 and read it. And I'm like, oh, well, you know, I agree with you, Kasahana, or something like that. Like, or shout out to Kasahana or something, right? Like, you want to you want to give a little bit of ode, like, almost like good faith, right? It's just like a nod to them. You're like, hey, you know, I see you and you did this. It's good etiquette, right? So if anything, it's just kind of like, maybe it's a missed social cue, a bad etiquette at worst, at least right now. So yeah, just like act like they exist because they're the one that got the tweet or quote retweeted or whatever, right? So
it's right here. So it's
we'll see though. We'll see.
That means it's in the reply section. He also does scroll up a little bit in the video, you know, throughout it, and you can see
it's just bad form, and that's
is
it.
Always there.
Is that like the worst thing in the world? Absolutely not.
This entire little section on his video, and I think it is pretty insane because he doesn't, at least as far as I heard, I listened to the
I have nothing
entire
against
section
Salvi
of this.
either, right?
I didn't hear.
We're just discussing what's going on. It's not about having a
mentioned once
issue or anything like
that.
that.
This came from a Kazahana post, go check them out or whatever. Something like that, something courteous like that, which again, a lot of people do. I do it, and obviously I kind of wanted to give you guys a perfect example of this happening. I actually got recently featured in a Rev video, and this is what he had to say about one.
Yes, exactly. There is a lot of crossover, Crimson. So really what we're looking for is like, is there a moment where we go, is he like really copying him, right? Like, and that's what we're going to look for as we continue through.
And my other tweets.
We have Kazahana, shout out to him. I enjoy his content, by the way. He says, it's crazy how many people didn't.
Yeah, so something like that.
Obviously, Rev, very, very nice.
It's
Love
just a
his
good
content
feed.
too. So again, go subscribe to him.
Good etiquette.
But it's really that easy just to say something like that and also give a little bit of the context, because I'm not sure if Rev does go through the comments of this one or not. Yeah, he does go through the Mr. Beast comment at least. But he's actually providing you with the context of exactly what they are replying to, whereas he has purposely decided to leave my tweet out and leave my name out of this, which I think is pretty insane considering he is literally just covering my tweet, which is obviously my video because I made the video on the tweet. It is absolutely insane how this has gone past people. I haven't seen anybody in the comments or whatever saying, hey, shouldn't you be saying this is Kazahana's tweet or something, because again, it looks like to me that he is literally
to me, like with a tweet, right? Like it's kind of like, it's just out there, right? Anybody can use it. I just feel like it was failed etiquette on Salvi's part. That's kind of it. You know what I mean?
You just ripped my video topic, obviously saw that I was covering my own tweet, and just decided to leave me out of it. That's what it feels like to me, at least. And I think that is pretty horrible, right? I don't like that at all. I don't want anybody doing that with my content because, again, I think it's pretty ridiculous. Now, obviously, if he provided the context, maybe, said my name or whatever,
absolutely.
And said, he enjoyed my content, or he doesn't even have to say he enjoyed my content. He just has to say, like, hey, these are some like replies from Kazahana's tweet or whatever. That's totally fine. Like, I don't care. But I think I'm at the point now where, obviously with Salvi, obviously I know you're probably going to be watching this video, so I don't want you, doing anything with my content ever again. I want you to hide my channel from your YouTube. I want it gone. Like, I don't want you to be watching my content. I don't want it to be influencing you at all one bit, because again, it is starting to go onto your channel. It is starting to affect your
we'll talk about that as well, because there is more to this.
Both of these channels, you can do it in your own free time as well if you really want to. Anybody that is watching this, right?
Yeah, it's definitely quite an easy fix, right?
You can go through and look at each of the different topics that are being covered, and also some of the titles, and they are extremely similar. For example, we've got the Kisna Eye, Under Fire. We've got the Iron Mouse Haters. He covered both of those in that one video, obviously 2 hours ago. I covered both of these 11 and 6 hours ago. And obviously
I mean, I do get what he's saying. Like, I guess it's a little sussy that, like, every time it's the exact same topics. I still don't know, right, chat? Like, every single time, they're like, okay, well, you're covering the same topics. Well, I mean, maybe that's just what's prevalent, right? And that's what's being crossed over. But, it's kind of like, all right, add that to the bullet points.
One of these videos, as I said, was literally my comment section. It was my comment section, me covering my own account and me rage baiting the Rakai fans. That is my content, right? And he has literally just used it in his own video and decided not to mention me at all, which I think is pretty ridiculous, right?
Yeah, that's
and
a little...
we can continue going on. We've got like stuff like the Neurosamba thing. I'm not sure if he's covered that because, again, sometimes he does leave stuff out. Like, yeah, sure, he doesn't cover every
I mean, it obviously helps Salvi's coverage, so... And it's free, it's free real estate, right? So, I can see why he would want to use it, because Kazahana goes through all this time to do the work, so it's good stuff, right? So, at this point, it's just kind of like, it sucks, but maybe you just have to eat it, right? But let's continue. Maybe it gets worse.
But I still think a lot of the time he makes, you know, pretty much exactly the same content I do just a couple of hours later. And that's exactly the kind of trend that I've been seeing across this channel. Now, obviously, maybe he's not copying every single one of my videos or whatever. Sure, that's totally a valid point you could be bringing up. And also, maybe he brings his own kind of, I guess, what do you call it, like opinion or context or whatever.
Yeah, I was going to say, wasn't it between Koi and False ID? I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. So that was a thing as well. I think ultimately it boils down to being respectful. Like you showed, right? Like, just giving a nod to somebody, right? If something is wrong, okay, that's fine. But like, how can we like talk it out, or how, of course, can I respect what you're doing, etc. Right? Something I'm gonna show you really quick, chat, that was kind of like weird to me. So let me see if I can find it. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. So this was actually. This one right here was actually a video that Lydia put up quite a long time ago. I think it was about 3 weeks ago, right? Giga Defense Iron Mouse fake VTuber convention. Here is the thumbnail, right? Okay, you guys see that, right? Now here's what I want you to look at. Now I want you to look at Salvi's thumbnail. Giga Defense Iron Mouse fake AI VTuber conventions. The titles are pretty similar, like, and again, maybe that was just an accident. I don't want to make some judgment call immediately, but it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a little sussy, you know?
Sure, totally fine, but I do think it does get a little bit frustrating to the point.
And I think that when we look at Lydia had a problem, right? Asahana notices this thing, right? It's a lot of coincidences that add up, and maybe there's no maliciousness coming from Salvi, right? But I would say, if anything, if Salvi is acting in good faith, right, and he's doing his news and all that kind of stuff, and I was talking to him right now, I'd be like, Salvi, I mean, honestly, it just kind of looks a little, there's a lot of coincidences, right? So I know that you want to make your own content, so I would make an extra effort to make sure that you are going out of your way to make very unique content, right? Because if this keeps happening, I mean, if anything, it sucks, right? Because you don't ever want to be compared to anybody else, right? I would make extra effort so that wouldn't happen.
Well, obviously, yes, that
at least for me.
Example that I just showed you, but also you got stuff, for example, yeah, like Pipkin Pipper destroys Mr. Beast in crazy Twitter ratio. Pipkin Pipper humiliates Mr. Beast.
Yeah, exactly, leader.
Like, it's crazy. Like, evil.
And this is why I wanted to discuss this, because it's very nuanced, and I wanted to see what you guys thought of it.
Twitch milestone. You know, evil Neuro.
Yeah, there's like
huge
a little more originality
like,
in there, you know?
What I'm seeing here, like, and you can keep going down some of this list. Now, obviously, some of this stuff, for example, like Neuro Twitch warning removed. You know, I don't think I covered that. And obviously, he does have a couple of original videos, which, you know, that's great. You know, good job. You can cover a couple of videos on your own. But
well, one thing too is that every NewsTuber is known for something different, right? So like, Rima is known for her deep dives. False is known for being very locked in when it comes to like corpo VTubing, right? For me, like, I'm probably most known for covering like all the debuts and more like indie news. Like, that's what I'm better at, right? So every NewsTuber like has their own thing, right? So, and that's a problem. That's what I'm saying, Nid, is he already had like a history of it. So now we see all these bullet points, and it's just kind of like.
But I do think it is pretty ridiculous how many rely on my content.
Yeah, exactly. Just be respectful.
To actually, you know, put this out.
Literally, that's it.
It's crazy because we can keep on going as well with other videos. For example, this one where we talk about Zentrea's huge impersonator. He talks about an imposter that was essentially trying to be Zentrea in a VR chat thing, and I don't even think it's been solved.
Not even talk about
that. There was this one Discord announcement from Zentrea, which essentially said, "Hey, just as a heads up, there is a lot of impersonators and stuff like that, you know, and not to kind of believe them and you know whatnot." We covered that. And obviously, you can see the time here, the time that Zentrea uploaded it for whatever time zone this screenshot is in, right? Spoiler alert, it's my time zone, is at 2:34 a.m.
So instead of, basically I think what Kasahana is saying here is instead of him going to the Discord to get that screenshot, he just went to Kasahana's video and screenshotted it. Which is kind of like, I mean, it's not technically against any rules, but it's like, now with the history of stuff, it's just kind of like, And you got these thumbnails and not the thumbnails, sorry, the titles look very similar. It's just like, it's a lot of little bullet points that are starting to have some weight.
Okay. You can see all of the different emotes as well. All of the emotes down here, 90, 333, 364, right? People have been
It's a little
emoting to it,
sussy.
reacting to it. Then you go to my
Sussy.
video. And you can see it is exactly the same. 234, 234.
Yeah, and
The
again,
emotes
leader,
are-
like I'm saying, if that's what you want to do, it is free. It's free real estate, right? So you're welcome to do that, right? You're accessing that information as well. I think my biggest thing is kind of like the poor etiquette. Like, just be like, hey, I got a screenshot from Kazahana. Shout out to them. You know what I mean? Like, just something like that. Just mutual respect.
Exactly the same. He
It's just a
literally
little
just took the
iffy.
screenshot from my video. He literally just looked at my video, screen grabbed it, and then used it for his own content. And again, didn't mention me, which I think is crazy, right? And
Yeah,
obviously, he could have
it's
just
bad
went to our
etiquette.
Discord and checked it. And I also do think it is pretty concerning, especially as a VTuber news channel, right? Whenever you are going onto my videos, for example, like, obviously, you don't know who I am. I've never, talked to him. I've actually sent him a message, yesterday asking him, hey, can he stop? Didn't get a reply.
I want to stop here because he said he sent him a message. This is actually going to be important later, so lock in for that.
Obviously. But sometimes it can, requests on Twitter can be funny, so I guess that's why. But, he could have went to
It's
the
funny
Discord
you say that, Crimson, because he just said he did.
himself.
That's funny.
Obviously, he took it from my video.
Yeah, put
Now,
that up on
what
the
if
shelf.
I
It's
was
going to
the
be important
biggest
later.
misinformation spreader in the VTuber space, and you screenshotted that? What
Yeah,
if I made
you're
up that
Crimson.
screenshot?
That's funny.
Wouldn't that make it
That was my first thought too. I'm like, so you like DM'd him, right? Like,
and I've contemplated it many
That's
times
funny.
whenever I've seen this going on, of maybe making up some kind of topic and to see if you would actually cover it, because I feel like you don't do the research to kind of, find
up
out
a
whether this
topic.
screenshot is real. Because what
That'd
I
be
would
funny.
do, if I would see something like this plastered around somewhere, usually sometimes on Reddit and stuff, I
Somebody
would go
please
and
make up a
confirm
story
myself,
about
go
me
onto
so
a
I can
go
get
onto the Discord,
canceled.
check, okay, is that real? Okay, it's real.
Please.
Okay, we'll make a video on it, right? But again, you've literally just yoinked it from my video, believed me in the fact that this was real, and done it. Now, obviously, yeah, all of my stuff,
I mean, I've shared
factual as
I've
possible,
shared resources
and
with
obviously
people
some
before.
stuff is like
It depends, right? But some news tubers, we like to share resources or things like that. There's nothing wrong with that, right? We all become better. Like a good instance, I covered a story, and I knew a good fair bit about it. And a news tuber reached out to me who was making a video and said, hey, what do you know about this? Could you send me some stuff for it? And I sent them all my stuff. I'm like, yeah, here you go. Of course, like, I already covered it, but this is what I know. Hope it helps you in your video. You know what I mean? Like, we all lift each other up. So again, like, if you want to share resources or use somebody else's resources, just be gracious about it. It's like, thank you for getting a screenshot. I stole this from Kazahana's video. Shout out to Kazahana. Just a little bit of just, I don't know, decorum.
objective and things in terms of, some other kind of content that I cover. But again, I think it is pretty crazy, that you're just blindly putting your
Hey,
faith
Vera,
in
what's
me
up, kitty?
to kind of, I guess, be the source for your VTuber kind of videos, which, again, sure, if you want to do that, I guess you have that much faith in me. Yeah, go ahead. But obviously, it doesn't even just go to videos, right? Because it starts to get even weirder, and this is
Okay, so now it goes past videos, apparently, so I guess we'll take a look
I
here.
started to notice it even more, and again, I didn't even notice this at first, but
We were talking, if you're just joining us, we're actually talking about two news tubers who are having a bit of a disagreement with themselves because one news tuber is alleging that the other news tuber is basically copying their homework, right? Not really changing
essentially,
it.
he's also been copying stuff like my tweets.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's a little
my
weird.
tweets, which I
Yeah,
think is
that's a little
absolutely
weird.
ridiculous.
If that's
I think,
true.
obviously, videos, whatever, is like, get that bag, right? Sure, whatever. Okay, fine. You're copying all of my videos. It's like, it's not really going to, work out well for you because obviously I've already covered it and people have already seen that video. But, sure,
Exactly.
whatever. If you want to try and, farm off that, fine.
Sadly, this is one of those situations. Maybe that's the best way to deal with it. I don't know. I think that DMing is a good idea, but I think they might just keep doing it. You know what I
But
mean?
whenever it comes to tweets, I just think it gets even weirder because now it
Okay.
just seems like you're parroting exactly everything I do, right?
All right, let's see.
Especially over on Twitter. For example, this screenshot right here. Obviously I uploaded 23 hours ago talking about the Rakai situation. Iron Mouse is still being harassed over the last situation with Rakai because
Oh, that's... This is kind of like I copied your homework and changed a few words. Okay, that's a little sussy, dude. I'm not gonna lie. This is literally just rearranging some words. Oh, chat, I think that's a bad look. Yeah, I think it's a bad look. Considering the videos and this as well. Oh, man, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's circumstantial, but it's just like, with all the bullet points, it feels like a pattern, you know? Oh, man, I'm trying to give Salvi the benefit of the doubt here, but this is like, oh, man. Yeah, I mean, it's true, Spoonie. Don't get me wrong. People do that all the time. But, like, if you already found it kind of be, like, sussy on a YouTube and then now the tweets do, it's like, yeah, it's, like you said, not doing yourself any favors.
Seem to hold themselves back from doing things like taking over her Spotify and using pictures of innocent girls.
I think I should message Salvi and be like, bro.
Now, obviously, Salvi's version here says there is still harassment towards IMLs over the Rokai situation because people can't be mature and do childish things like take over a Spotify.
I just think that
claiming innocent girls are IRL.
I don't know how to word this right because I don't want to tell somebody to be more unique, right? You never want to be compared to somebody else, so maybe it's worth making a conscious effort to do that, right? Like, I don't know. Nobody should be forced to change their content either, but there's just a lot of coincidences.
Rokai level learns. Like, obviously, he's changed a couple of words around there, and he hasn't copied it bar for bar, but, I mean, a lot of the main driving points home is pretty insane, right? Obviously, I say IMS is still being harassed. They say there is still harassment.
Yeah, just, like, give credit.
To IMS.
I mean, you can make a video and be like, hey, you know, you're right. I was taking some stuff from your stuff for my news. Obviously, you were a free source to use, so there's nothing wrong with that. However, you know, I should have done a better job giving you credit, and I will do that. And that would be great. That'd been awesome, you know what I mean? Or talk about it in DMs, and that'd have been cool, too.
You know, going over the Rokai situation, over the last Rokai situation. Because
I think it's just because of history with Lydia.
People can't be mature.
Especially, like, looking at this, like, newer one, too. It's like...
It's starting to, you know, spin a little bit.
It's just...
Saying, can't seem to hold
too many
coincidences,
you know?
Things like taking over her Spotify, you know, and do childish things like taking over a Spotify and trying to dox her by claiming innocent girls are her IRL. And using pictures of innocent girls claiming it's her. It's the same tweet. It is literally the same tweet. And obviously also...
Yeah, it's just too many coincidences, you know? I think... And like, again, I want to engage in this topic in good faith, right? And I want to give people the benefit of the doubt. I just, right now, I'm like, you know, it's the fry
It's
give.
insane. And obviously this has happened before. And also, if you don't believe that screenshot, by the way, it is up there. Obviously, it's over here somewhere. Yeah, here. The tweet is up there. And my tweet is also... there too, right? They're both on Twitter. This isn't like some Photoshop screenshot here. They're right here. You can read it. Pause the video if you like. They're all here. It's here, right? And in case you try to delete it too, again, it is here. And again, I did notice this as well with a couple of other tweets. For example, smaller things like this Mr. Beast one too, where obviously we had the whole anime list
what do you think,
thing
chat?
that went on a couple of days ago. And
what do you think of
I
this?
uploaded on mine saying, oh god, he's about to get clowned on, bro. Spelt Gundam as Gundam. And stuff like that, right?
What's up, Reaper? How are you?
You know, this was at 11:43, January 9th for me, obviously. And you can see.
Do you think it's sus? Do you think it's not sus? What do you think, chap?
This will not go well as he thinks it is.
Do you think it's sus? Yes or no?
You know,
I'll throw up a poll for all of you.
For this.
Just type yes
using by same
no.
wording
what do
in
you
terms
guys
of he's going to get clowned on, which I just think,
yeah, yes
you know,
or no?
Obviously,
is it sus?
There is some coincidences sometimes. There are sometimes things that is just like, okay, maybe that's a one-off. But I think
absolutely,
you know,
yeah, stuff like this happens.
And then you start to line up those dots, and it starts to become very, very obvious that this is happening, right? And I feel like me personally, I am being targeted by this person in terms of being copied, in terms of having my stuff stolen, and I think it is absolutely ridiculous. Now, obviously, you know, you guys can make your own assumptions or decisions or whatever whenever it comes to this topic. You know, I'm not really going to push you either way because, again, I just kind of wanted to get this information out here because...
I think it's important to talk about things like this, right, chat? Even if it's like, obviously resolving this in DMs is the best way to go, right? I think that we all want to just engage in good faith and be kind to each other and also be almost professional. That's the right word, right? Like giving acknowledgments to other people. But when you do that, also you lift each other up. So I feel like there's a lot of poor etiquette going on. From Salvi's direction. And let's say hypothetically, chat, that all of these coincidences are literally just coincidences, then I would want to say, okay, you know what? My stuff is kind of like maybe a little bit too similar, or it's just and maybe not cookie cutter is the right word, but it's just, if people are drawing this comparison, then I probably need to do something so that way that doesn't happen anymore, right? Because you want to be your own person, you want to be unique. I can understand where this is kind of coming from. Well, let's go take a look here because Salvi did release his own video to respond to this. It's a lot quicker, chat. So let's go take a look. Two news tubers are kind of having a disagreement. There's been some allegation of like plagiarism and not giving credit, things like that. Again, I think that, yes, it is free real estate, but also like giving credit is just good etiquette, right? And doing things like this can change how people view you, right?
Another day, another person who has decided that they hold the full control over quote-unquote drama content or whatever. And I'm getting tired of this. I'm getting tired of people doing this. It's not the first person who's done this to me, not the second person who's done this to me.
Well, like I said, Chad, I showed you, back before Lydia had released some information about him, allegedly plagiarizing. So,
for whatever reason, they feel that they control certain drama content. They are doing a comparison of things. Sources.
Are you good, Raph? That's horrible, dude.
Sources are not something that you can monopolize.
I don't even think you could file a DMCA report. I'm gonna be real. I don't think we're even at that point, right? It's like I said, I think it just to me it boils down to bad etiquette, and it's sussy enough where, and I'm Salvi, I'm like, okay, I wanna make sure my stuff stands out. That's where I think everything falls, at least to me right now.
For anybody, it is not something.
Yeah, even Kazana's like, I don't think a DMCA is gonna even work because it's not. Like, Kazana doesn't really own the stuff that he's reacting to, right? So you can't DMCA for that.
Anyone out there.
Damn, I'm glad you're okay. That's horrible.
A screen grab of something that you've shown that I cannot get access to. Like, for example, I've done that with False ID, with Kyo, and other things like that, and I give my take on it. What's wrong with that? If I do in a similar story, if I see a story...
I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just poor etiquette. That's it. Like, just give somebody their shout out.
Something of it, and I want to react to it, and I want to do my own reaction to it, I can do that as well. You do not own the copyright to reaction content. You do not own the copyright to reacting to something. You do not own the copyright to the different sources that you use. We can use the same sources and come to the different conclusions and have different content on it. The things that you are pointing to, you know who you are, because you decided to make a video as a hit piece on me. You know who you are. And I can take the same stuff that you have and make a different idea on it. These aren't private messages only sent to you. These aren't private things that you're only doing yourself. These are things that you put out there in the ether, in the world. A lot of the things that I get, in fact, are from the search section of Twitter.
Again, like, yes, it's free real estate. I get that. It's just like, I don't know. I don't know about this response, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel very genuine, and that kind of sucks. I think this is a moment where, like, I'm gonna be honest. One thing that I like to do is think about. So many situation happens, right, chat? I like to think about how you can spin it to be good, instead of just always like, oh, negative, negative, negative. Like, there's are ways to make this good, right? So, for instance, he could spin this and be like, oh my God, yes, I have taken stuff from you, and you know what? I didn't shout you out, and I'm really sorry about that because, that's better etiquette, right? So in the future, I will absolutely do that because as news tubers, we all lift each other up. So shout out to you, Kazan. I'm really sorry. If you ever need anything from me, please feel free to use my content, or not my content, sorry, my screenshots or anything to create your own content. Like, news is information, right? And the more information we spread around, the better, right? So you see how you could take something very kind of sour and make it beautiful? You know what I mean? Like, make it good. I think that could be something really nice. Like, just like, hey, you can use my stuff. Like, I don't mind. You know what I mean? Use my clips, whatever. If you hate my take, react to it. But this could be turned into a good moment. And Kasahana, like, actually, like, for real, if you ever want to take my stuff, feel free. I literally have no problem with that because the more we spread information about what's going on in VTubing, the better, right? I view information as a good thing, and more people come to my stream or whoever streams to get that information, and that's, I treat it as my job. It's my job, right? So
you go there and you have updates about the imposter and the other things that you are pointing out specifically here. Like you have things pointing out the imposter thing, the haters in collab, and guess what? Those sections are sections of my video. You are a one-shot pony when you do it to each of your videos. Each of your videos, you do 4 or 5 or 6 or however many that will get you that attention, but you do one. I do 2 videos a day, have been doing it for a very long time, longer than you know. I've been doing it since 2024, since the Selen incident. I do various stories on there. Every single one of my videos has various stories on it. Yes, some of them are similar to yours. Some of them use the same stuff as you do, as does Rev, as does other people. But you
I mean, crossover is going to happen, Chad. That's always going to be a thing. People are going to cover the same topics. It's just, to me, I keep falling back to the word etiquette, and I keep having to say that, but, like, I hate having to keep saying it, but I really feel like that's what it boils down to. Like, just, if you're going to do that, yes, you don't owe them that, but I feel like morally you should do that, right? And, like, the tweet thing to me, the tweet thing to me is what stands out the most. So it's like, you took that tweet and just reworded it a little bit. Like, it's literally the same. Like, do your own stuff, right? But again, if you've been accused in the past, like Lydia says this, right? We look at these thumbnails that are, the titles are very, very similar. In my head, I'm going to go, okay, yeah, this doesn't look great, you know?
Attack me. Why? Because I'm smaller. Because I am an easy target for you to hit. And for your community to begin to harass. Because that is what you want. You don't want to criticize. You don't want anything like that. You are a drama channel. You are someone who is disliked in the drama community because you are a drama channel. Heck, I know people just like people who don't like me. There are people on Reddit and other places who don't like you and say,
you didn't need to include that, dude. Yeah, you didn't need to include that. I mean, like, I'll be 100% fair. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. Yes, I see stuff about Kazahana, but I see stuff about Salvi too. Like, I mean, I see stuff about me. So, you know, like, I just think most people hate newstubers in general, but that wasn't needed, dude. Yeah,
say you're just full of drama. You're showing it absolutely right now because all this thing that you have here, all these criticisms you have here, you weren't an adult, you were a child, and you decided to post it online in order for other people to criticize and other people to send hate my way and other people to be your warriors. That is why you did it. Because an adult...
I mean, like, okay, so let's say that everybody in the world hates Kazahana and Salvi is right. Hypothetically, right? What does that really have to do with the allegation of the copying of plagiarism, right? Like, in this hypothetical, right? 2 things can exist at once. Like, we can even use me, right? You can hate me, but I could also say something that is extremely true. Both can exist simultaneously, you know?
Adult would contact me.
And that's why nuance is required,
an adult
right?
would do that. You have shown that you're not an adult. You've shown that the people that criticize you for being all about drama are correct. At the very least, actions speak louder than words. You have decided to make drama out of this whole situation.
I'll get to the DMs in a second later.
You look at my content, you look at their content, you already know who it is. If you don't, then it's this channel called More Kazahana. They have decided to do this. They are a channel twice my size.
No worries.
They're striking
yeah,
down.
hop in there
They're
later,
punching down.
Rabbit.
Because, as I'm going to tell you right now, their videos get 10 times the views that mine do. Mine are, I am a fart in the wind compared to him. But people like him want to feel that power. People like him want to feel like they have that control.
This wasn't necessary.
And they want to send their flying monkeys my way. I'm not going to stand for it. I'm not going to stand for the slander. I'm not going to stand for that at all.
I mean, pretty much everything on X is free game. Let's be real.
His content, you get to decide what it is. You get to decide what's going on. There are stories that he has.
Yeah, I think it's a good way to put it, Ashbringer. There's too many just coincidences, right? So, again, if I am Salvi, I'm going to be like, yeah, you know, that's not the best look, right? And I don't want it to look that way. So maybe I'll make a few changes, right? And it's okay. That's okay. Like, I don't think we're sitting here like attacking Salvi like, you're the worst person I've ever heard of. I hope you no longer exist. Like, we're not saying that, right? Like, we're just like, hey, dude, you know, you got some coincidences going on and it's not looking too great. And you should probably just take a look at it, right?
And then I'm like, oh, I want to do something like that. And I do it myself. I give my own takes. I don't give his takes. I give my own words. I don't copy any scripts of his. I don't do anything like that. People who think that is the truth are idiots. I'll just say it right there. You may want to draw me into your drama because that's the type of thing you have. In fact, you said I'm done. Yeah, you didn't even try to contact me once. You didn't try to act like an adult.
So this is a major point here where they didn't got a contact, right? So I will get to that. Put it up on the shelf. It's important.
You're exactly like the people that attack Cinder. You're exactly like the people who attack first, send Google Docs first, and then want the damage to be done there.
Dude, that was not needed. That was not needed. And actually, if you ever look at Kazahana's stuff, he was actually the one. We had to cover his video because he was the one that went in there and found out about those people doxing Shy Lily. That was Kazahana. We watched his video because he was the source of that. So if anything, he's kind of the opposite. But that's too much, dude. That's too much.
I am done with the type of people that you are. I am done with the type of individuals that I've been hit with again and again, who aren't adults, who are children.
I don't doubt
that. Man-children in this case, who just want to hit and...
Because there was nobody else that had that news. It was Kazahana.
The drama farmers that they end up being. If I saw this for someone else, guess what? I'd chat with them. I wouldn't make a video. But you decided to make a video, and this is my response. I think that your ideas are unwarranted. There are things, yes, that are similar in the things that we say, and we have similar thoughts, because we're in the similar field. And that's just it. There are times when Kyo and, well, Kyo's no longer doing it, but Kyo...
Yeah, Kyo and False had a...
False ID
dispute.
And others have similar thoughts. And that's just the thing. Similar parallel thoughts and things like that. The one thing that probably you're going to be pointing towards more than anything.
Yeah, it was like a face
one of the tweets that you recently
It was definitely
did
done maliciously.
About, the XQC thing and things like that.
How are you?
Try to find a different Doki Bird image. And the Doki Bird image that I found that led to Marvel Rivals was a similar one that you had. That's just the way it is. I ain't trying to copy you because there's no reason to. We're in different spaces. You're fully drama. I'm more news. I'm more talking about other things.
By the way, I never mentioned Marvel Rivals tweeting my video. Interesting, okay.
From HoloLive, negative things from HoloLive.
I never knew where that came from, sure.
I criticize other agencies. I talk about things that Globey has done. I talk about other things that you've never talked about on your channel.
Yeah, for sure.
And that
we can acknowledge that, right? Albie has covered topics that Kazahana hasn't covered, right? That's absolutely true. I think again, it's just more about like the things that are being covered that are the same. They're very similar, and then that's where the nuances are required, right? So if you are covering the same things and they're very, 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 very similar, it's like, you know, it's just. I think people are gonna look at it, you know.
That is the difference between you and I. I'm doing news. You're sticking more to drama, and you're sticking more to dramatizing things. We're not in the same space, but you still felt that you needed to attack me. I feel that's underhanded, man-child of you. And the fact that
it is actually impossible to cover everything.
It's also very immature. And that's all I really have to say about the situation.
So there is a response chat. You know, obviously, Kazahana actually responds. He says, hey, I did send a DM. Thank you for you guys for the support. In the last video, I wanted to address one big point Savi makes in his response. Is to say he didn't, that Kazahana didn't try to contact him. Well, here's a screenshot of me trying to contact him, so the statement is false. Anyways, I'm not going to hover over this topic anymore, so it's pretty ridiculous, and continue to create the content you guys enjoy. Hey, I just wanted to send you a message and private let you know I see what you're doing in regards to my tweets on my YouTube. I want to ask you to remove my channel on YouTube from your feed. I no longer interact with my content as it seems to be heavily influencing a lot of yours. I think it'd be best, especially for your channel, figure out your own research, video titles, and ideas, as well as things like tweets. So, obviously, Salvi did respond to this on his own and says, well, there seems to be a bit of a misunderstanding going on. I did not find out about any Twitter message until the video came out. It made my video. He never mentioned not being cited. It was buried in my requests, which I have over 100 bot requests before his, and it did not go directly into my smaller accepted DM requests. My DMs are set up to allow anybody to DM me, but every single one from someone I don't know goes to my request area. There was only one, which I found out was his after I made the video. Had absolutely nothing in there about citing sources, had something about me not citing him. And he says, I see what you're trying to do in regards to my tweets on my YouTube. And he says to figure out your own research, video titles and stuff, and things like tweets. So I guess my thing is like, I know you're probably upset about it, Kazana. I would have reached out in a way that's like, hey dudes, I just want to like bring this to your attention. Like, I'm really kind of like, this seems very like fussy to me. So how can we like kind of like resolve this, right? Like, I don't know. You know I'm very like resolution like prone. So I want to do everything to like not cause a conflict if possible. I feel like that's what would have been better, at least on your end, Kazana. It's like, you just message him like, hey, like, how can we figure this out? Because I'm noticing this. Like, let's talk it. I understand you're angry, though. The chat, what do you think? What do you think of this one? I mean, I would also not care for somebody to tell me to use sources they find. And in case you think you've covered, because it comes up demanding, I would like that. Yeah, absolutely, leader, and I get that. Like I said, I feel like this response isn't really like, or this DM, sorry, was not really the best. Because it could have come more from a place of like, hey, dude, like, I'm noticing this. We should probably talk about this, right? I think ultimately, at least for me, like, my opinion is just like, I think it's just bad etiquette. That's it. I think there are enough similarities where people are kind of like, it's going to raise an eyebrow, you know? It's going to raise an eyebrow, and you're going to be like, what the fuck's going on, you know? I think just for Salvi, it's more just like, dude, like, take a step back and look at what people are saying. Even if you obviously don't agree with Kazana, I mean, you definitely don't, or you don't like what he has to say. I think it's important to acknowledge what other people have to say. And use it to shape yourself. Use people's feedback, even if you don't like it. There's something that Papa Lara told me a long time ago, and I carry with me all the time. There's actually two phrases. You are who you are when nobody's looking. So when I've seen other people talk about me in other Discord servers, for instance, I take that feedback more to heart because I know that they're saying things that is probably more on their heart, right? And the second thing that Papa Laura has always told me, that's one thing to take inspiration from others and not to copy. I mean, he's not like flat out copying, right? It's just like, it's enough where you're pulling things where it's like, you know, yeah, I think the video didn't really do me any favors either. It came out very like aggressive, you know what I mean? It came out very aggressive. I don't know. I think this is a moment to better yourself, right? My Papa Lara told me something that's really important. And he said that you have to listen to people's feedback, especially to people you don't like. So if you have to be more open to feedback to the people that you don't want to listen to, right? Those are the people that you want to listen to more so. Yes, no, I know there's bad people, but there are people out there that will say things that you might not agree with, but when you disagree with something, you have to listen to it even more because you're against it, right? So if you listen to it and then try to adjust yourself and better yourself, you might actually find that you can resolve those issues, right? Because nobody's perfect, right? Nobody in the world is perfect. Asahana's not perfect, and Salvi ain't perfect either, right? So I think that there's ways to better yourself. Just listen, right? Even if you disagree with how they went about it, listen to what they're saying. Deflected by referencing the emotional subject. Yeah, he didn't really like address the points. So that's, I'm kind of like, I think Kazana said it earlier, but like, he didn't really address any of the points. Like for me, like I'd be pulling up the thumbnails and be like, oh, this is this, this is this. Maybe you didn't do that for a reason, but chat. That is the end of the story between Kazana and Salvi. I want to make it clear that, you know, I'm not like sitting here being like, oh, attack Kazana or oh, attack Salvi, but I think this is an important conversation to have because at the end of the day, it's just like, it's about like finding respect for each other, right? Like there's a lesson here. And the lesson is just like, be more gracious towards people. And also at the same time, like if somebody does something, right? And you are using them as a reference for whatever, like just have a little bit of grace, just have a little bit of etiquette and be like, you know what? yeah, this came from blah, 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 or whatever, right? Like, we all better ourselves just by doing that. Exactly. So, I feel like this DM could have been a little bit better. I can tell that you're mad. But yeah, the response was kind of like, doesn't seem like it should be a big deal. Miscommunication, butting heads, a lack of direct communication. Yep. Absolutely, yeah. A DM could have definitely solved a lot of this. So that's probably my biggest gripe about Kazana's DM to Salvi, but this response wasn't really great either, so there were definitely mistakes that could have been rectified, but if you got a problem, guys, just DM somebody, you know? I mean, I can see why he was turned about it, because there's definitely coincidences, right? I can see why you'd be more upset. If it was more blatant plagiarism, then I'm all for exposing, canceling them. I think there's enough coincidences. Yes, it's not blatant plagiarism, but it's certainly like, it's not a good look. You know what I mean? And I think that's all we're acknowledging here, so. Well, that is what is going on, chat, between Salvi and, you know, Chris Kazahana. I hope they're able to work it out or come to an agreement or whatever, right? So, but there you go. I mean, you got to make your own content, right? You got to make your own stuff. You got to be unique. That's how you grow, so. So anyway, chat, I do want to move on to our big story today. I'm sorry I made you wait so long. But today, chat, we are going to be talking about something that happened all the way back many eons ago, chat. We have to pull off the dust, pull out the scrolls from 2022. So long ago, chat. That's right. Get your dusting cloth out, pull out the scrolls and the magnifying glass. Yeah, give a little blow out the dust, because we're going to be talking about something that happened here with Bunny AYU, aka Bunny GIF. So, why are we talking about this person? Well, chat, in case you don't know who Bunny AYU is, Bunny AYU is a big IRL streamer. You know, of course, doing out, I can't wait to stream again. Only 4 days left. And they're actually talking about, of course, their debut coming up as a VTuber, right? Of course, they say returning to stream January 16th. So, cool, right? We got Bunny AYU coming back. And this is their VTuber account, by the way, right? So, I think it's their old one that they just rebranded. But, of course, here's their brand new model. Everything, right? So, why are we talking about this person, right? Just another debut for a VTuber. Cool, right? Well, unfortunately, chat, this person has a very big history, right? So that is to make it clear, Bunny AYU will still be doing IRL streams. That's not going to change. And of course, here is this model that we covered the other day. I showed you guys this. Now, I want to give you a reminder, chat. Do not bother the rigger. The rigger has done absolutely nothing wrong. People were bothering the rigger, harassing them. They're like, how can you make a model for this person? Blah, 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 blah. Well, chat, they probably have no fucking idea who this person is, so leave them alone, right? Leave them alone. Do not bother the rigger that made the stuff, or the artist. But I do want to talk about the things that have happened with Bunny AYU in the past, and why them coming back is, you know, moderately a big deal, right? So I'm gonna stand up and stretch for just a moment, because my joints are getting tight, and then we'll talk about it. We'll get into it. Thanks, I appreciate that. Yeah, sadly, about 3 people were doing that. They were harassing, and I'm like, I'm sure that they have absolutely no idea who this person is. Like, so why are you going after them? Yeah, and they're just trying to make their bag, you know? I said joints. Jorts. Nah, bro, I'm not Tuppy. I don't have any jorts. So, sorry. My knees are so tight. Yeah, I gotta stretch my jorts. My jorts are too tight. I gotta stretch them out. No, I said joints. I said joints. Gotta stretch your jorts. Okay, maybe I did say jorts. I don't know. My words get mixed up. I want to say like 2 words and they come out together sometimes. Roll back the credits. You know, some. Oh my god, don't you even say that, Dragon. Don't you even make that a thing, dude.
One bunny
Oh my
tuber
God, there's
retires
no
in
way.
2025. Another bunny tuber
There is
comes
no way.
back in 2026.
Oh my God.
Coincidence.
Dragonoff Eternity. Chat's noticing some bunny VTuber coincidences in 2025
sorry, I
and
changed your voice really quick.
2026. Let's keep the speculations fun and enjoy the mysterious connections. Embrace the
Yeah,
funny
we
vibes.
lose a door and now another
Also,
bunny comes back.
goodbye.
Coincidence? I think not. Anyway, we are going to discuss what is going on with this person all the way back in 2022. Now, I want to remind all of you really quickly, do not harass them, right? There is a possibility that they have changed. There is a possibility that Lana and them have made up and resolved this. So why are we discussing it? Well, it's important, right? They're coming back. But again, I don't want you guys to cause any problems about this. Obviously, they're going to come back regardless. It's more for you guys to know, right? You have the right to know. And a lot of you don't know. When I checked with you guys last time, a lot of you guys had no idea what this was all about. So anyway, guys, this all started with Lana. And Lana actually tweeting out in March of 2000. What? Okay, well, apparently that tweet has been taken down. That's actually new of this morning, chat. Yeah, that's actually new of this morning. I mean, unless I get the link wrong or something. Well, like I said, guys, maybe this is something that's been resolved, so that would be good. But don't worry, I got the tweet longer, so let's go take a look here. Lana had tweeted this out back in March of 2022, so yeah, she might have deleted because she's about to come back, right? So, and again, why are we covering this? This is only for you guys to be informed of what happened in the past, right? Maybe Bunny and Lana have resolved things, and that would be great, right? That would be a wonderful thing. You guys should know that this has been going on, right? So, and that's it. Yeah, so this is the pre-Google Doki days of the Twit longer, and that's why it's hard to find a lot of this stuff, right? A lot of these evidence links. Oh, they're open for you? Okay, well, mine's just being stupid then. Yeah, mine's just being stupid then. So, well, at least you got it, Walk. So, yeah, wait, throw the link in chat really quick, Walk. If you don't mind, let's see if we can get it up. Yeah, the Twit longer is a nice throwback. Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. My full experience with Bunny GIF with evidence. So, we'll go look at the comments here in just a moment. But I do want to get through the tweet longer. Now, guys, unfortunately, all of these links here with the Gaizo and stuff, they're just cooked. They don't even work anymore. So, I tried every which way. So, we are going to piece this all together, though, because I do have some other ways to show you everything. So, anyway, here we go. Let's dive into it.
My full experience with Bunny_GIF with evidence before I say anything. I want to be absolutely sure it's known that this is not a witch hunt.
Yeah, maybe so.
This is not a means to give reason to attack anyone. And please be respectful.
Exactly.
This is a means for me to want to finally be free, and speak on something I have held onto for many years. Take some time to listen to what I have to say, and make your own judgment going forward. This is long, as it's been years in the making behind the scenes. And unfortunately, as much as I wish I did, I don't have an in a nutshell version for you. Please be patient with me. I know this is going to take a lot of your time if you'll allow it.
So this is the story of my professional and personal experience with Bunny Yumi, aka Bunny GIF, and how it's cost me friendships, opportunities, and many sleepless nights. So here is kind of my nutshell TLDR for you. Bunny Yumi, formerly known as Bunny GIF, who does IRL streaming and 2D VTubing, was involved in several controversies starting around March 2022, centering on allegations of toxic behavior, harassment, and business disputes within the streaming and cosplay communities. In March 2022, accusations surfaced against Bunny involving harassment, manipulation, gaslighting, and undermining business relations with other creators. Conflicts with other creators, like Lana and stuff, obviously came out with these twin longers. And of course, she was accused of being toxic towards other content creators with specific intense drama involving Lana here, right? He was accused of leaving another content creator with a $20,000 bill following a handshake deal. She was criticized for allegedly using your influence to slander other cosplayers and manipulating other influencers into ruining reputations. Following these allegations, she abandoned Bunny GIF completely. The Twitter was dead. Renamed her channel to Bunny AYU and shifted to IRL streaming. Now, there is another person called Baru. I'm not going to talk about Baru. Baru was accused on a few occasions of manipulating women. I once dropped documents on him, etc. If you want to know all about that, Rima has a great video called Backstabbing the Way to the Top, the most toxic duo in VTubing, Bunny AYU and Admiral Baru. If you want to check out her video, go check it out. That's a great way to learn about the part with Admiral. With Admiral. But I'm not going to be talking about Admiral today. I'm just going to be talking about Bunny, all right? So this is kind of where we are with her, right? So this is everything that she was accused of, right? So starting from the beginning, as we were wrapping up the success of Susu's succubus figure, because remember, Lana was helping with these figures, I was contacted through Instagram by Bunny Ayumi, who you now know as Bunny GIF. She had mentioned that she was dating Susu at the time. I wanted to know if we can make a figure for her as well. After clearing it with my partner at the time, as well as the co-owner of IAS Toys, we opened up a dialogue with Bunny through Facebook. He since deleted it, noted in the screenshots. Now again, chat, none of these screenshots work, but don't worry, we are going to go check some videos where we can see some of those, so stick with me.
After speaking on what she had in mind, I quickly, as always, start on a professional footing by discussing options of them being paid, and how we work.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to resolve this.
We were very open, clear, and honest, as well as continuously checked in with her if she was comfortable and to please discuss with us at any point if there was any confusion. After getting confirmation both through Facebook messaging and email, we started the project.
Alright, so awesome, they have started this project.
I was in charge of consulting with Bunny throughout the project as well as sculpting her figurine. This took a handful of long hours, days, and weeks to complete.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
Already being a long process in general, she had continuous changes throughout the project that pushed both myself and Slugbox. They were constant and a bit frustrating. We both struggled together a lot, but we made a friendship in getting through it together. He was amazing to work with, and I thank him a lot for enduring that with me.
Alright, so it sounded like there were a lot of changes during the sculpting process for the figure. It seems she was kind of like demanding.
As the sculpting phase was coming to an end, I was letting her know every step of the way when it would be ready for announcements. This announcement as well as the pre-order launch were the most vital and important to this entire collaboration.
Absolutely, because that's when you
Upon
sell.
telling her when things were ready,
yeah, that's when you get the big select stuff out there.
Making me feel inappropriate for asking her to post about the event. After so many months of hard work, it made me feel extremely insignificant. That a tweet was too difficult and too big of an ask. I felt very ashamed, but continued with the project. Upon it being her time to come up to the plate, she would post tweets and Instagram photos,
she made a bunch
and
of
then
excuses.
delete them not long after, making excuses as to why she got rid of them. I tried to explain to her how important it was to leave them up as they drive sales, which in turn made her more money. I was also met with more excuses.
So again, she said, hey, you gotta promo this, can you make some posts? She made excuses, she finally made posts, and she would delete them. Kind of weird, right? Because this is a business partner for merch, so normally you want to go out of your way to do everything possible to make sure that everybody involved has good sales, right? So it's almost like, I don't know, maybe she was hesitant? I don't know.
During those end months of working on the sculpt and bringing it forward to production, I was often asked to be in calls to hang out, and invited to a cosplayer group under the name of Cherry Bombs. I'm not a cosplayer, so I was always the guy on the sidelines keeping to myself. It was around this time I started to feel uncomfortable and witness a lot of red flags. She would often get upset at other women copying her and she would retaliate. In private messages she would body shame women and make claims about them, as well as ways to take them down due to them making her upset. She was very good at rallying others around her to go up against others in the community in very quiet ways to slowly make their career suffer, to the point where they were just blotted out from the community over time altogether. She would pressure people quite often to RT her,
quite messed up.
share her posts, and keep growing through making connections with other women, in order to keep growing her social numbers. If this wasn't something
he did, she would get angry with them in a passive-aggressive way. So definitely some very mean girl stuff, right? And again, remember guys, this happened 3.5, 4 years ago. So I mean, can somebody change in that amount of time? I don't know. Only you can decide that, right? But obviously has hurt a lot of people with this, right? Very mean girl stuff. Saying mean things about their body. I mean, these are horrible, horrible things, right?
I had seen a handful of women be extremely hurt by this behavior around this time,
rightfully
to a point
so.
where they started to get in contact with me
That's
privately,
if somebody said something about me, I'd be
sharing
really
their hurt
upset.
and fear of the situation. Many times I felt awful because as a business, I can't step in due to professionalism. I continued to get more messages, and in my heart things felt very wrong. To be supporting on the side someone being so cruel to so many women in her own community. All they could do was silently suffer and fade into existence as everyone in the community feared her. She was one of the biggest models / cosplayers / lewd model.
Yep.
She called the shots.
And there's a real power dynamic back then, right? Because she was a huge, huge person in the, I mean, she's still not as much, but I mean, she is known for being one of the big like cosplayers back in the day, right? So obviously she does like a lot of not safe for work stuff. So there was quite a lot of power dynamic because she was a big deal, right? So anyway, let's continue here.
It was at this point I was around for a conversation with Jenna,
Lana,
being confrontational
Lana and
regarding
Jenna.
not rooting something, so I
Jenna,
came forward with my feelings
Meowry.
on the matter, as it was clear Jenna was being cornered. Everyone had been too scared of Bunny at the time. I had messaged Susu trying to explain that women were scared of her and things needed to change, but when Bunny had
Lana
found
went through
out,
like a lot of
she got
personal stress to
extremely
come out with
upset
this.
me. So I imagine making this step in front of all the women in the group made her extremely angry.
She then brought the group up and nothing was said by her in that chat again. Some time passed and she started to reach out to random cosplayers I never spoke to, let alone even knew, making claims that I had attacked her, full well knowing the evidence was clear that I didn't. This went on for weeks. She continued to slander the company as well as myself. So now it's really problematic, right, chat? Because now they're just making up stuff, ruining Lana's reputation. Obviously, she's working for this toy company, sculpting stuff, so that could directly affect their business partnerships, etc. Right? There's some real repercussions for saying this kind of
During
stuff, right?
one of my streams, her boyfriend OG Texas, yes, at the same time as dating Susu, had tried to reach out to my partner and manipulate him into being okay with ripping me off the project, not allowing further contact.
So again, not a very
I
not
have
a
then
very
messaged
appropriate thing
OG
to
Texas, explaining how
Yeah,
extremely
very
unprofessional
unprofessional.
and inappropriate that was. I was then told by him that I no longer am allowed in any messages, emails, or any further use on the project. The point
That's
in
crazy.
the project we were on was getting the gray resin cast out, and the painting had not been started. Bunny had also not made her cosplay for the prints that she had wanted to go in the collector's edition, which I had asked her many times to please do, but
So
was met
to
with
me, it always
excuses.
felt like Bunny kind of like wanted this project, but then when it actually came time to like do stuff, she just didn't want to do any of it. And so like maybe she should just have never got involved with the statue, you know?
Therefore, we had about 3 to 4 or more months left to work with her. For my own sanity and mental well-being, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't also face myself doing this for her when so many were hurting. It felt wrong. Proof of the work by hand we do for figures. This was what I would need to do with Bunny figure for shipment. I put
really
my
wish we could look at
relationship
these
and
links,
my
but
business
I'll
with
bring
my
you what I
partner
got.
on the line, when I had made the decision on my own, to cancel the project. I was selfish and chose not to listen to my partner, and make a decision that had massive consequences. Bunny refused to be in contact with me anymore, and any further conversations were had through their new agency, Nanny. We compiled everything they asked for, and did not continue forward until we made good on the things that
That's
were
good.
needed. After discussing what may have been left on the project, I let them know my decision on canceling the project, and what that would entail.
So Lana spent all this time working towards this figurine, and they ultimately decided to cancel. Which, I mean, she spent so much time and effort, so there's going to be costs incurred with that, right?
This is where things are absolutely not okay. Bunny has told a vast majority of people, consistently coming after me, actively trying to sabotage me with slander, that I scammed her out of money. That she was taken advantage of financially. That she was never paid. This is what has been motivating me to come out with this now. I refuse to continue to let people believe that she was not paid and let off freely.
Crazy. So there is a proof of payment that was given. Somebody said it's been through this before a long time ago. I can tell you that it's in their chat.
Bunny kept the money she was paid by us from the pre-orders.
So she kept the money, right?
Which was $2,123.00 USD on July the 10th, 2018. Yep. She was never asked to pay it back, nor was she asked to help with refunding those that pre-ordered. I agreed I would take on full responsibility for my decision, and pay over $20,000 USD that was owed.
That's insane.
Not only was I $20,000 in debt to pay off the refunds, I also had to pay to cover the cost of the production that was already happening. I am still to this day paying this off.
Left her holding the bag, dude. Left her holding the bag. $20,000, chat. $20,000. On screenshots, it is shown as agreed on by Nini and I Has Toys that she kept her cut of the money. She was paid. So she got paid out for her pre-order. She got her part. But because she never really did her end and decided to break up this relationship and talk a bunch of mess about Lana behind closed doors to other people, ultimately the project was canceled, right? And Lana was left holding the bag of all the production costs and everything else. I mean, that's crazy, Chad. That's actually insane. Let's continue here.
I took an entire year away from Twitch. I was no longer in remission due to this mess, back on prednisone, and needed to find as much freelance work as I could to quickly put this to rest. I worked so hard to make all the money I needed to pay everyone back, as well as help from the other women that were hurt by Bunny. I was in debt $20,000 due to canceling this project.
Crazy.
I lost my stream, my health, my reputation,
surprised you didn't
money,
sue her.
and
I'm not
I put
gonna
my
lie.
relationship on the line. We struggled a lot for years due to my decision. But in my mind, it was, and still is, the right thing to do.
Lana is like the GOAT for doing this, dude. I have so much respect for her.
Bunny never suffered any
and she
financial
never should have
penalties.
to deal with it.
She got to walk away free, just minus her figure. I was scared as all hell
just
to come
it's
back.
expensive, Zinni, you know?
I didn't come back for a long time. In fact, it's another reason why I started VTubing. I was scared. I was sick. And I
That's
didn't
so
want
sad.
to stream with my face anymore out of fear after everything that went down,
And that's
among
what's so
other
sad.
hardships that happened during this time.
In a silver lining, Lana has blown up a lot because of VTubing. So in a way, I'm glad that she became a VTuber, right? Because she really has blown up and gotten so much success. But at the same time, it's so horrible the way in the circumstances that it came to be, right? But she deserves every ounce of good things coming her way.
I had hoped enough time had passed that the waters would cool. Turns out not long after I came forward to start VTubing, Bunny had begun contacting as many people as she could, trying
more
to
slander.
slander my name as well as our company. She went to an extremely large VTuber group, telling them all I had created lies about her, that I went after her mods, telling them never to work with Has Toys or me, saying I took advantage of her financially, saying I snapped,
this is just
and
wrong.
that she was afraid. She did this to others that have now come forward with proof, and God only knows who else she may have spoken to in this way.
I mean, it's absolutely going after Lana because whatever happened in that one fucking chat, she just lost it, dude. And now she knows she left Lana holding the bag, but she just, instead of dealing with it, just slanders her.
This didn't stop with them. It continued to grow to other people in our community. This behavior went on for years. Anytime I had started to collaborate with anyone new, or even make friends, there were times where they stopped talking to me, unfollowed me, and that was that. Later on, seeing them stream together with Bunny etc., she tried to bully me out of the VTuber community behind the scenes over time, and did the same thing to Susu. When Susu had come out with her VTuber, she was treated with the same animosity to the point of just about dropping it altogether. She no longer felt welcome. I now have a handful of DMs of people coming to me letting me know she contacted them, trying to discuss whatever she could about me.
I mean, going around like that, trying to slander somebody is insane work. Just DM somebody, oh, do you know this person? Oh, well, let me tell you the story. Like, what the fuck, dude?
I chose to keep to myself as much as I could, as I
101.
knew this was something that I could never escape. I was fearful of ever talking to anyone, as I just didn't want anyone uncomfortable. I wanted to just try to be happy, pleasant, and show that I wasn't this person maybe people thought I was. I was much smaller
Yeah, that's
then,
very high school
and
behavior.
she's always been a giant. There's no way I had any weight in what I had experienced. So I just kept swallowing it.
So, of course, later, there is this situation with Baru, which I'm not going to get into. To me, it's separate, but, you know, Bunny and Baru were close around that time. And again, if you really want to know all about that part, you can take a look at Rima's video. To me, it's just not something I'm going to be covering today, but I was scared of making new friends and interacting with anybody who was in contact with Baru or Bunny. Turns out my insecurities were correct. They reached out to a close friend of mine, claiming I was as bad as Arcadium, claiming I was a pathological liar, saying I DM everybody to collab or interact with. This is something Bunny did, so this is clear projection. I'll keep these screenshots private unless I am given permission to use them or like to come forward. This was in January, 2 weeks ago. We contacted another close friend of mine asking to discuss this with them. So they were kind of in cahoots with each other, right? This was many, many years ago. Not only she left me alone in the VTuber community, Baru is doing the same thing, but reaching higher heights to drag me in any way he can. So, again, just somebody that was in cahoots with Bunny, that's really what you need to know.
This has never stopped since 2018.
Yeah, Arcadium is a
I can't
blast of the
escape
past.
it, and I'm mentally tired. I'm tired of being scared. I'm
Yeah, that was
tired of
crazy.
pleading my case. I'm tired of making new friends and wondering when they're going to contact them and having to explain myself. I'm tired
That's
of this
so
boulder
scary.
breaking me and I can't carry it anymore.
Was that back in 2018?
I tried to save face, keep the peace by not coming out with this. I know she knows the truth. I know she was scared for me to say anything, so she tried to change up her story in hopes it made gains, but hasn't. It's caught up now, and I've had enough. This behavior is not okay. It's not okay in any community.
I agree.
Manipulation, harassment, the lies. I can't do it.
Yep.
I refuse to do this anymore. There are many other women I watched be torn apart by Bunny, and I am sure they will have their own stories to tell when they're ready. But this is mine, and I'd like to finally be free.
It really sucks because Lana also made these YouTube videos, which have since gone private. I tried to find them, chat. They're just gone, dude. I looked so hard for you guys, but I couldn't get them, guys. I literally cannot. I'm so sorry because I really tried really, really hard. Walk, I gotta find your link again. Hold on. Yeah, for some reason, my link just doesn't work. Maybe there's a problem with it. Okay, here we go. So I do want to go look at some of the stuff that was being said in Lana's thing. However, chat, what I do want to show you was when Lana mentioned that she was trying to change up the story a little bit. Well, if you actually look here, right, Bunny made this little note back on March 16th, right? You remember this, this document came out on the 17th. So this was the day before. So I'm going to assume that she kind of knew it was kind of coming, right? Well, Bunny makes this note that's like, oh my God, you know, I'm tagging my artists. I want to give, you know, thank them for all the hard work they've done. I know a lot of drama pops up on Twitter. I'm not adding anything into current conversations. I don't want to take the time to address my peers, friends, and community. I've enjoyed being able to stream and work alongside you all over the past 2 years. Had the opportunity to work with some amazingly talented individuals. This is me opening myself to have any tough conversations with any of you. I never have wanted to slight anyone in this space because I'm all for everyone having a chance to thrive. To trying to maybe get ahead of it a little bit. Well, guys, Jenna, you probably know Jenna Nyari, very famous cosplayer as well, who was somebody who was involved in this situation, says, yeah, would love to talk about the thing you said behind my back, Bunny. I've seen the screenshots. Let me know when you get a minute. Of course, Dairiku goes on to say, hey, you know, I didn't know, you know, an OG tweet. I received all these notifications, but I was wondering what was going on behind the, you know, behind closed doors. we're confused and don't know how to react to this. Oh wow, this happened to you? I thought it was the only one. Love when my reference folders find it's gonna be a good morning. I'm listening, Jenna. Oh no, Bunny, you didn't. Maybe if all the women did, it's kind of, you know, some people would be dumb, but there's definitely quite a lot of reactions here going, oh shit, something's going on. Well, chat, I'm trying to put this in the best way for you possible, right? Because remember, this involved the cosplay community and the VTuber community. So this blew up in the sense that, I'll be honest, chat, this was the 2022 version of Cinder. If I can put it in any way, shape, or form. Articles were written on Sportskeeda. I mean, they're talking about it over here on Sportskeeda. Dexterity releases multiple, you know, articles on this as well. Talking about harassment and abuse allegations. I mean, this absolutely blew the fuck up, chat. I think this is pretty much equivalent to that back in the day. It was monumental because, again, these are very large streamers, very large streamer that was getting called out in a big way that really nobody had any idea about. So the parallels to Cinder is quite similar, actually, if you really think about it. So I did want to show you that there was, of course, some clips to go with this. Jenna actually, you know, did react to Lana's video as well. So let's take a look at that.
She was paid. I took an entire year away from Twitch. I was no longer in remission due to this mess, back on prednisone, and needed to find as much freelance work as I could to quickly put this to rest. I worked so hard to make all of the money I needed to pay everyone back, as well as help from the other women that were hurt by Bunny. I was in debt $20,000 due to canceling this project. I lost my stream, my health, my reputation, money, and I put my relationship on the line. We struggled a lot for years due to this decision, but in my...
If you guys need any more proof, I donated Lena during this time.
My mom.
As you see here, Jenna says, it's true, right? I donated to Lana. She had to deal with those problems, and it was a real thing, right? So so we're gonna do a real blast from the past, chat. We're actually gonna go look at False ID's video, which had a lot of great information in it. But this is old false. Like, I saw this, I'm like, oh my god. Even like with the like YouTube chat and shit, I'm like, oh my god, we are dusting off the fucking archives. But there's some pretty good information in here that is shown. So let's go take a look. Yeah, I mean, 1.0 false, long time ago.
It's VTuber business gone wrong. As today we check back in with Lena Lazar, the Blood Queen, as well as Bunny GIF, along with others such as Susu, aka Draculita, a virtual vampire streamer,
yeah, holy
and lastly,
crazy.
Baru, a comfy panda VTuber. As yesterday, Lena had created a document about her experiences with Bunny GIF.
I do want to stop here for a second because I want to show you the reception to this document, right? You know, even Giles saying, I'm so disappointed. I always thought she was sweet. But now I've seen this, I feel disillusioned and sad. This behavior is not okay. I'm so sorry you had to go through this, Lana. Wish I could have been there for you, dude. Mari, I originally came from the cosplay community. I'm currently dealing with something similar here in the VTubing community as well. They've all had all their friends block me and got their way to ruin current friendships I have with people. I wasn't close to Bunny, but you have to deal with something, right? Daisy, absolutely horrible to see the extent to what she went in order to ruin the lives of anybody she saw as a threat to her own career. Yumi, I'm proud of you for coming out about your trauma. Your feelings are validated. The things you're put through had to deal with in no way acceptable. Thank you for showing such kindness and positivity in the community, despite the amount of shit you were put through. To Wintails, I'm glad you were able to get this off your chest, Lana. Hopefully come to resolution and finally be free. Aki, as I said before, I'm so happy people like you hold other people accountable. I know, seeing Yumi, I'm like, no! It's going to be incredibly hard. I'm so proud of you. This took strength to do. Thank you again, Lana, for being so real, and I hope you find healing from all this. You can see the outpour of support was very in favor of Lana, right? And again, as I give you my synopsis, remember guys, Bunny GIF stopped. Bunny GIF just straight up just walked away from their channel. So you know, I mean, at least in my opinion, when it gets to that point and you just walk away like that, you're guilty. You admit guilt. You know what I mean? So it absolutely was just a one-sided just wave.
Not only detailing this in Twitter videos and a full YouTube video, but as well as, yes, a twit longer with plenty of screenshots included. Lena would begin the document by saying, starting from the beginning, as we were wrapping up with the success of Susu's succubus figurine, I was contacted through Instagram by Bunny.
And got all the throwbacks to like some of these old talents. I'm like,
She had
damn,
mentioned
dude.
that she was dating Susu at the time and wanted to know if we could make a figure of her as well. After clearing it with my partner at the time, as well as co-owner
This person says
of
this
I
is gonna
Has
get
Toys,
ugly.
we
Yeah, no
opened up
shit.
a dialogue with Bunny through Facebook. After getting confirmation both through Facebook messaging and email, we
Yeah, and at
started the
1.0,
project. Lena then would
False is
detail
crazy.
that the sculpting process was long and had constant changes given to her by Bunny. And when they were ready to announce pre-orders, Bunny would not send out social media messages about her own figurine. Or if she did, she would delete them soon after, giving excuses such as that she was moving or that yes, it was
Yeah,
that
like
time
I
of
said, it's ancient text tips. It's old lore.
Later, Lena was
really
invited
is.
to a cosplayer group of bunnies where Bunny would express being upset with other cosplayers in private, saying that they were copying her. Lena said that Bunny would rally others to, quote, make their career suffer while pressuring others to promote herself. Lena then
And that's part of the problem, right? The manipulation that was involved in a lot of this. So I'm going to skip ahead because the rest of this is recapping what I already
was
showed you.
as bad as Arcadum. Susu would also issue a very curt and quick statement saying,
Yeah, this is the one I was trying to find, and I could not find it. Luckily, False
I
had
silently
it.
endured being emotionally abused by Bunny for years. This is why I have ceased speaking to her for over a year. A lot of what happened to me is similar to the public stories shared. I'm sorry I didn't listen
Damn,
to those
dude.
who had tried to help me all those years, and that my choices at the time hurt others. I hope my voice will help those who have spoken out or wish to. I'd like to keep the details of what happened to me and details about Bunny private. I believe there is a chance for her to become a better person and will respect her privacy. I won't share any more than this, taking time off. And now we have Bunny's response, saying I have put together all my points to align with the earlier message from Lena. I'm providing context and invite you to read if you so choose. Please be respectful of all parties involved and do
Cha, on a scale of 1 to 10, how well do you feel like this
not
response
harass
went?
or antagonize anyone, as this Google document would also include other screenshots of private messages. And in it, Bunny expresses she had wanted to talk to Lena in private, but this is now all public. Bunny does.
Yeah, no, it didn't go over well at all. It was horrible. The other part where she's like, oh, well, I wanted to talk to Fawn in private too. She was the one that talked so much shit and blocked her, didn't allow each other to communicate. So it was actually really on her for not allowing that communication in the first place. It was a bad response.
Here, the contract and the changes that she had requested, further saying she did not keep the promotional post up for the figurine as not to link spam. In regards to her behavior,
Yeah, I had a lot of
Bunny admits
mistakes,
to being,
too.
quote,
What's up,
sassy
Jack?
and abrasive in the cosplay environment, with Bunny further clarifying she did not intend to remove Lena from the figurine project, but that she had wanted to minimize direct contact instead, and this message was lost along the way. Bunny also stated that she was still finishing the cosplay prints, and that Lena had told her that the company that was meant to complete the figurines had fallen through, and that Lena was still searching for a replacement company.
The thing is, though, is like, it's funny because she tried to like address these like points, right? But you never address like all the shit that you did, like with the gaslighting and manipulation, right?
Upon Lena canceling the project, Bunny states it was Lena who blocked her, as Bunny was trying to understand why the project was canceled. Bunny further states the screenshots included are not of her saying that she was scammed out of money by Lena, but just of her telling others that Lena had canceled the project. And regarding the nearly $2,200 payment, Bunny's manager had requested that Bunny keep the commission, and Lena had simply never followed up with this, as Bunny is once again stating she is more than happy to pay this amount back anytime. Bunny would finalize saying she will not release any further details, that she understands her actions were hurtful to Lena, and that she is sorry. And now
And the gaslighting was extreme, chat.
Very, very lastly, we have a response to the response with Lena saying, I think it's time we put this to rest and move on. Owning up to your behavior first and foremost was not what was important to you in your response, and that much is so unfortunately clear.
This was like, you know, I'm trying to think of a good example, but like, remember when Cinder responded the first time and Lily came in? It's kind of like this, that very similar circumstance where it's like, here's my response, and everybody just came in and was like, nah, bro.
No longer wish to discuss this, as all the evidence is there. With her message continuing on, you ruined my life, you made me sick, you followed me everywhere I went, you proved in your response that you were paid, even though you claimed not to be, to others, exposing your lie, which is why we are here. Actively spreading disinformation to anyone who will listen is not seeking refuge with close friends. You are and continue to be the abrasive person you claim not to be, as there is hard evidence. This version of you was not just 4 years ago. I think if you are unable to answer this, I feel it's best to move on. And there we have it with the principal actors in this particular business.
So that is what I wanted to give you, Chad. Of course, the responses that came from that, because that's very important, right? Ultimately, now that we've had time to look back at it, you know, again, obviously the gaslighting was there. There were a lot of lies were told from Bunny. Lana called it out, and then she moved on, and that's kind of where things ended, right? So from then on, Bunny, not being a VTuber, went back to IRL, and it's been IRL since until now, chat. Fast forward here to almost 4 years later, where now she is about to debut her VTuber model. So I think this really begs the question at this point, chat. Obviously, history can repeat itself, right? And obviously, this is somebody that made some very horrible mistakes, lying, gaslighting, robbing people of money, right? So only you can decide as an individual, do you forgive this person? Do you think that they're going to be able to better themselves or not? And only you can decide that, right? I can't tell you. Personally, I mean, for me, I think these mistakes are so egregious. This is not somebody that I would forgive, right? But I don't want to sway you, because I want you to decide on your own. Do you think that this is okay or not okay? But you do need to know what happened, because she will be back. There's going to be more controversy around this. I promise. More people are going to talk about this, that she's coming back. But I do think that you all need to know the history, right? So if something else happens in the future, well, we don't have to go back on it. We've already done it. So, but I hope you kind of enjoyed this older dive into something that happened a long time ago. It's kind of not my normal content, so if you guys enjoyed it, let me know. I would be willing to potentially, you know, go back and look at older stuff like this in the future, if it's, of course, pertinent, right? I don't want to beat a dead horse, but, you know, if you enjoyed this, let me know. I do not support redemption for this person. Sure, I feel like not addressing or taking full accountability really makes it harder to move forward, yeah. I still have freaking Bunny for what she did. She almost ruined VTubing for me until you found me and turned into we are now. Well, I'm glad to hear that. So, yeah, for me, it's just, I don't think so, but you guys, you do your own thing, and you decide, right? I don't want to influence you. I only want to give you the facts. So, I will look at the old Cinder stuff again. I will never look at the old Cinder stuff again. Unless there's some giant news, please. Please. Yeah, she's an IRL model. Yeah. So she just went back to it. I mean, she's big enough, it's not gonna matter. You know what I mean? Like, it's really not gonna matter what she does. She can come back, and she's big enough where she can just push through it, right? But some people will not forget. I haven't forgot, and I hope you guys will, you know, remember now that we've covered this. So, very crazy situation. The parallels to the Cinder stuff is pretty nuts, actually, to think about it. I really didn't draw that until, you know, today. More so, I would say with the Dora. I would say Bunny and Adora kind of have much more similarities, but, yeah, a lot of deja vu in here. A lot of deja vu, so pretty crazy. So, chat, I wanted to follow up with you with one more story today. And I wanted to tell you about the follow-up to the Doki Bird email stalker situation. Now, in the last one, in case you missed the first part, Doki was covering or talking about a story where this guy was stalking her in her email. This person was actually trying to reach out to some other VTuber through her, shared his IRL face pictures, his number, all this other just crazy shit, dude. Well, unfortunately, chat, it continues to get worse, much in the VTuber view fashion. So, anyway, let's take a look at what happened and what Doki had to say about the situation. Because, yeah, I got a little bit worse. There it is, Doki's update on the stalker emailing her.
You handle this right now. Oh, another update. Another update.
Oh, Doki absolutely destroyed this guy.
I got another email. That's when I know this guy definitely doesn't watch me.
So in Doki's last one, she was like, if you're watching this, like, this is like a wake-up call, dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
I got another email from him. Alright, anyway, this is from even my manager was like, bro, he's back. I was like, he's back? No. For a recap of what the fuck I'm talking about, there's this guy that's been sending me emails since the last week, and because he's been trying to get me to reach out to this other VTuber who I have zero connection with, and like for some fucking reason he thinks like me and her are like friends or some shit.
It's so weird, dude. Like, why are you gonna contact somebody else through somebody else? Like, what the fuck?
And he's been trying to get me to reach
What's
out
wrong
to
with
her
you?
and be like, hey, there's this fucking creepy ass stalker that's been trying to get a hold of you. Like, I don't know why the fuck he thinks I'm the one. I think he's like, I don't know. Maybe he's been messaging a lot of people too, but like this email is directly to me. So I don't know if he's like typing several different emails. No,
he probably is. Oh, Chad, I meant to tell you. Speaking of since they popped up, I watched the video, the AI video. I mean, as a meme, it's pretty funny, but I don't know. I don't like. If it's AI music, I'm kind of like, eh. But I did watch it. It was definitely very, very memey.
You're like, can you block it? But the thing is, it's like, at this point, it's like interesting. It's a little life update for this guy. So like, it's like, I didn't block.
Oh, I've gotten
like,
emails before.
Like,
trust me.
What he's gonna send me next?
I got an email the other day that was like, because you refuse to acknowledge the truth, here is what actually happened with Cinder. And then they just linked me to somebody's like synopsis. I'm like, you're emailing me for that? Like, yeah, like what the fuck?
So anyway, new email. Like his new email was like, hey, can you ask this VTuber to stay up tonight because I'm gonna play this song and this song is like my message to her. And I'm like,
oh no, they're trying to play a song for them. I'm gonna serenade you. I already blocked you a long time ago, Chips, preemptively. I'm gonna serenade you with a song.
I guess like there's different times, so it's like,
yeah, they're
like,
actually creepy.
Like when he plays this song, she will feel it in her soul or some shit. And he's like, it's like, oh,
he's too lost in the sauce. I'm sure she did,
this is my
Sapphire.
song, my message to her, and he's like, she'll know that I'm talking to her.
And then he just plays Raining Blood. Not Wonderwall, no. Anything but Wonderwall.
It's like, and then this is okay. This line, if she not knows that I want to go out with her, that's great. But she doesn't know. Could you at least hint to her that I would love to? Bro, no, he thinks he's like the fucking main character.
It's just like, I just want to fill her dark soul with light.
He thinks he's in the fucking Matrix. I'm like, oh my god, bro, please. She is not interested. If you have to reach out to me.
Yeah, and by the way, this other VTuber, whoever it is, Doki hasn't told us, they've already blocked this person, so that's why the emailer is reaching out to Doki, because the subject has already blocked this person.
Me to try and get.
Yeah, I'm sure, Farrah. I don't even doubt that.
And she has not been responding to your emails or texts. She is not interested. If you have been blocked by this supposed VTuber, then
bro, people have too much time on their hands.
Stop, please. Go outside.
Oh, here. Let me do it right. I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with light. There we go. How to get a big like voice crack in there.
Please go
Yeah, dude, you're absolutely cooked, bro. Like, come on, bro, come
Spamming
on.
email stalker behavior is one
Get
thing,
off
but
the email.
not watching me, that's where I draw the line. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Lolly, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Yeah.
Bro, so it just whoever this person is absolutely diabolical. I'm like, dude, you gotta understand, like, not everybody's interested in you, especially like, okay, so VTubers, like, we value our anonymity, right, chat? Like, we enjoy our anonymity, so why are you trying to break that and like get somebody's like IRL phone number? Like, dude, nobody's gonna text you back because they don't want you to have their phone number. What is wrong with you? Just, guys, be respectful. You know, like, if you're really into somebody, understand this. I need to tell you something really important. So everybody, focus the fuck up. Listen to my words, okay? Type 1 if you're listening because I have something important to tell you and you need to listen to me, okay, chat? Please listen to me. Please listen to me. If you are like, oh my god, I love this woman, I love my Oshi, blah, 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 blah. You do not know us. You don't know me. You don't know who I am behind this model, chat. You have no idea. I could be Mickey Mouse for all you know. I'm not Mickey Mouse, but you get what I mean, chat. Like, you don't know who I actually am behind the model, right? If you want to get to know somebody better, do it respectfully, right? That's okay, but don't sit there and be like, oh, well, you're my VTuber Oshi, I'm going to date you. Like, you don't know who I am. You may not even like my fucking face. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? So you can't do that, guys. You cannot make assumptions. Also, the other part of it is I don't know you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know you. You don't know me. You're not Mickey Mouse. I'm subbing. What the fuck is this?
Randos trying to lock
Exactly.
into Riz strangers online.
Yep. You got it right there. That's exactly it. So, understand, guys, like, we don't... Yes, I know you as a chat member, right? But I don't know who you are. I don't know your passions and your loves and the things you hate and who you are as a person, right? Like, and same to me, right? You know me a little bit more because I'm the main character of the stream, but... Well, actually, no, chat's the main character, JK, but you get what I mean. So, you don't really know me behind the screen. So, understand that if you want to get to know your Oshi, per se, like, you don't really actually know them. And that might be a sucker punch in the gut for you, but it's true, guys. So, yeah, like, VTubing is not a dating service. I'm not here to, you know, like, I do not deliver a girlfriend experience at all. I literally tell you guys to go fuck yourselves all the time. I'm the opposite of the girlfriend experience, you know, but at the same time, like, be respectful of everybody's boundaries, and same with this too. Yeah, I am the opposite of the girlfriend experience, like, physically impossible. Laurie hates us. Riot. Nah, I don't hate you guys. I just think you're all really cringe. I'm just kidding. No, I love you guys. You're all great. So, I hope you enjoyed that little dive into something that happened, like I said, quite a bit ago. But that's not the girlfriend experience. That's like the wooing experience, right? You're trying to woo somebody, and the cops are like, I hate you. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, that's that experience, right? So, but thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I really appreciate all of you. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. So, I think we're gonna go see.
Wow, beautiful. Wow.
Oh wow,
Bed rest.
beautiful. Wow. I think we're gonna go see Kursaya. I know that she just like debuted, so we should go give her some love. But thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Tomorrow, guys, we do have video game music reviews, so make sure that you come by. Also make sure that you put your favorites over on my Twitter. That's where it is, and that's where I'm going to be pulling from, okay, guys? So, thank you so much. Appreciate you all. Have a great, wonderful rest of your day. Tonight, guys, we are playing Halo 3 multiplayer for community night. So, join the Discord. Here's the link. Don't miss out on that one, okay? Bye, YouTube. I'll see you guys on Sunday, okay? I'll see you all on Sunday.